barksdaycare.com or 509-0909. Check us out and make your reservations now at barksdaycare.com. If your dog could speak, he'd say barks.
Welcome to Sports 56 Mornings with Peter Edmonston and Anthony Sane on Sports 56, 98.5 and 96.1. It's time to get your day started. Live from the Family Leisure Studios, here are Pete and Sane.
CP3.
Oh,
I ain't got
man.
I ain't got too much for that game, but the Bucks.
No, we'll talk about it.
Yeah,
we'll talk about it. Yeah,
the Bucks game speaks for itself with the Miami bounce, booty sound, bass sound.
Oh yeah,
Yeah, it fits right in.
CP3, you the real MVP. All right, well, welcome in everybody to a brand new all-new edition of Sports 56 Mornings. My name is Peter Edmondson alongside Anthony Sane in the Family Leisure Studios. And we are produced. Produced is, I'm going to use that word kind of loosely here, but, producing is what it is. But we're produced by our good friend and off-season veteran, off-season Z, a.k.a. Zachary Boyd. Good morning, Zach. How are you?
Good morning, guys.
What's going on, my brother?
I don't see you over there, so I'm a little worried about. I was a little worried about you, but
He's there.
Oh yeah, I'm here.
I can confirm that.
no, I mean I know he's. I just don't see him though. There he is. Hey, what's up, buddy? I always get a little worried if I don't see you there. Just it just makes me a little nervous.
You think somebody kidnapped me at the studio, Peter?
No, I just like to see you. It's just important. It's important to me to see you. That's all. I think that's it's just that's what I like to do. You're my pal. You're my buddy. It's nice to see you. Welcome in, everybody. Thank you for being a part of the show, and thank you for making us a part of your morning. As you wake up, you look outside, walk outside. It's pretty much like it's been for the last week or so. Kind of blah. And guess what? Probably some more rain later on in the afternoon, more than likely for a lot of you. Some of our listeners in North Mississippi got an absolute ton yesterday. Some other folks, different parts of the area, didn't get quite as much. But it's been mostly blah for this week. Yesterday afternoon, it got okay, a little bit, little sun. We got a little respite from it, but for the most part, kind of yuck. That's sorry, just how it's going to be. I wish I had better news for you, but I don't. This weekend's supposed to be nicer, if that helps any, and hot. Supposed to get all the way up to the 90s. So that's something right there.
Mm-hmm.
It's feeling a little summery. This weekend. So if you want to head out to the pool and get yourself, get that tan. I've been working on my tan a little bit. I don't know if you can quite see. The light is really kind of making it look, but I got a nice little color going here, so I'm feeling pretty good. Feeling pretty good out here.
So you got some nice little color.
Yeah, I got a little color right here. If you can't quite tell, it's kind of. Yeah, see, it's kind of the light. My light is making me look a little like pure whitish, but I'm actually got more of an olive kind of thing going.
Like Paul Mooney said.
I'm getting a little. I like to my summer color is definitely a little more dark than I kind of lighten up in the winter time. That's just what I do.
Like Paul Mooney said, everybody want a little bit of color, but don't nobody want to have a little bit of color. I just say that.
He did say
something like that.
Did say something like that. Our friend Scotty sends a picture tagged with a expletive, and God bless him. I get it. Who says that Highway 78 near Red Banks headed west is fun right now, and he's being facetious. It is not fun. It appears to be extremely trafficked up. Zach, can you get on that? Can you investigate what's going on there and see if we can get our friend Scotty a little info?
Get on the helicopter and zoom in.
Get Chopper 56 up.
Possibly
and rolling.
pull Scotty out of there and transport.
Ooh,
him.
yeah, Scotty's such a loyal listener. If we could find a way to pull him out of there, that would be great. We'd appreciate that very much. All right, so today on.
Go ahead. I'm sorry.
No, what? No,
I like to start out my morning reading the text from yesterday afternoon and wonder what in the world they were talking about.
It is a fun segment. It's a fun segment. What in the world were you guys talking about
yesterday? Texas says, most of us are saying no vaccine, whether you offer $3,000, weed in some states, or alcohol, lottery, or whatever. Bribery works on a few, but it's not the answer. What in the world are y'all talking about? Dude said weed for the vaccine. That's the thing?
Yeah. Washington is offering weed for the vaccine.
Well, tell us more about the show today, Peter.
Well, this person, now that I can see the thread, they seem to have a lot of issues with the vaccine.
Yeah.
Yeah. We got a lot of that going on, unfortunately. I had a few conversations with some folks. We'll talk about that here in just a little bit. A player from my team, the Washington football team, was in the middle of a lot of that. Former Mississippi State Bulldog in the mix of all of this. We'll talk about what he had to say and why we talk about it and what we say. That'll be coming up on the show. We're going to talk to our friend Dustin Starr coming up at 9 o'clock. We're going to talk about a vicious beatdown by the Suns, a beatdown that, frankly, may have derailed the Nuggets completely. Celebrating
the
Nikola
MVP.
Jokic's MVP, who got run off the court last night, and Michael Malone, their coach, had some extremely pointed words to say to his team after this one was over. And oh boy, it's not. It's going to go one of two ways when they go back to Denver. I don't know which way it's going to go.
Maybe MVP stands for man is very passive. Maybe that's what MVP award he got yesterday. That it hit what I thought it was.
I don't know.
Hey, I ain't gonna lie. I was riding with Shaq last night, bro. I was on Team Shaq after the game. I ain't gonna lie to you. Your MVP was looking like real Marcus Solish out there.
You never want to ride with Shaq.
What was going on with Shaq's mouth yesterday?
Shaq,
you eat something hot, you bite your tongue. What was going on?
He might have been done that some wing situation.
He probably was called.
That happens sometimes. So I was working on these honey suicides. These are a little hot for me, and my bad. I'm sorry. I vow to eat only mild wings
from now on,
in between segments. I'm only going to save the spicy wings for after the show. That's a new rule. I can just see Barkley just chowing down. Barkley and Shaq just killing wings in the middle of the game. Like, now they know they got about 45 minutes. And they're just chowing down. Like Yao Ming eating when I saw Yao Ming devour an entire chicken one time before I interviewed him, it was incredible. One of the most incredible things I've ever seen in my life. That image will stick with me forever. Bits of rotisserie chicken flying through the air as Yao Ming was speaking to me in Mandarin. I had no idea what he was saying, but he was eating chicken while he was doing it, and chicken parts were just chicken meat was flying everywhere.
Yeah, he told you he put down an insane amount of chicken.
It was an entire rotisserie chicken. It was one of those like Costco, one of those full chickens. He put it down while we were talking. Like it was like a 5-minute. He ate an entire chicken in like 5 minutes. It was like I said, while he was talking to me, it was incredible. So yes, he's an all-time legend, ladies and gentlemen. All right, so we're going to talk to Dustin Starr coming up at 9 o'clock. We're going to talk all those. We got a ton of news to get to. A very newsy sort of day. We've got some news from Michigan that's quite alarming. We've got a big-time several baseball controversies that are really like heating up and a lot of fun. We've got LeBron doing some LeBron-ish stuff. We'll talk about that coming up here in just a little bit. And Deshaun Watson is creeping back into the news too. So we'll chat and see what America's #1 massage enjoyer is up to out there.
I've somehow forgotten all about that. How? I don't know.
Well, allow me to. I'll enlighten you a little bit.
Catch me up
on some of that stuff. So I'll catch up when we get a chance on that. That being said, we are ready to start today's program, ladies and gentlemen. And so I am happy. I'm happy to be here. I'm happy that we get a chance to do that. I'm happy that we get a chance to watch and see a virtuoso performance from Chris Paul last night. Mm-hmm. Very impressive.
Turning back the clock.
Very impressive. Turning back the clock, Anthony saying, and the Nuggets. I mean, man. I don't know. I really don't know. I don't know. The Michael Porter Jr. was like just awful. It feels like he's playing like he's worried about his back or something. You know, they're starting. It's sort of against Chris Paul and Devin Booker. You've kind of come to the realization that you're starting, you know, Facundo Campazzo and Austin Rivers as your two guards. That's not great. That's not a great situation. You kind of wonder how the Blazers with Damian Lillard and C.J. McCollum didn't win the series. You know, based on that sort of thing. But I mean, they got nothing. They have nothing for anybody. The Suns have absolutely no worry whatsoever about the Nuggets, and just beating them down in the second half of these games. Both second halves they've completely taken over in the games, and man, did you see Michael Malone's comments after the game?
No, I didn't. What did he say?
Oh, okay. So Michael Malone said, "Well, let's go one-on-one here, and let's just see some of the things that he had to say about his team." He said that they quit tonight. He said that I felt we quit tonight, which is something you never want to see. So I guess for Game 3, I'm just going to try to find guys that will at least go out there and leave it all on the line. I may have a hard time coming up with 5 guys to fill that, but these 2 games, these second halves have really been disappointing, and that's an understatement. I saw one team that wanted to be here, that played with a purpose and urgency, and one team that did not want to be here and played with no urgency, and that's why we got our ass kicked. We had a lot of guys play really bad tonight. And then we allowed the impact of not making the shot to affect the other end. This was just an embarrassing performance all the way around, top to bottom.
Yeah, he went in.
That is not what you typically hear a coach say in a playoff, in the second round of the playoffs.
Taylor Jenkins.
You should never have to. No, never. He wouldn't. But you would never have to question the effort of your team in the playoffs. Like I don't. That's always weird to me. Like that's a weird move to make if you're the coach. Like that's a real desperation move, and we'll see how it works. Maybe they juice up for Game 3, but like I mean it was a really bad performance. Mm-hmm. Like they were really, really bad. I agree with that 100%. He said, "We're walking out of here with our heads held down, rightfully so. This was an embarrassing performance from myself all the way down through the last player." He said, "Literally, I saw guys say, hey, not making shots tonight. I'm just going to walk around and mope. And my body language is going to be poor." And I felt that was the 5 guys on the court. That was the 12 guys on the sideline. We had no juice, no energy, no passion, no fight, no urgency, no grit. Whatever adjective you want to use, we did not have it.
Was he lying,
though? No, I don't think he was lying. I don't think he was lying at all.
Can I talk about?
However,
go ahead.
Well, no. What are you gonna talk about?
Can we talk about a probably a very small elephant right now? It's not quite. What's the famous elephant that's not Dumbo?
Babar.
Yeah, it's not Babar level yet, but it might be a little Dumbo-ish, baby Dumbo-ish at this point. Can we talk about one of those that's in the room?
Yeah.
Can we talk about Michael Porter Jr.'s back?
Mm-hmm. You can.
I'll throw that out there. Discuss amongst yourselves.
Well, I mean, I alluded to it earlier, and I agree with you. That's why I alluded to it. It was he did play as though he looked a little delicate out there.
There's a reason why Michael Porter Jr. didn't go top 4 in the draft. There's a reason why the Grizzlies didn't take him before. And they had him high, from what I was told.
Yeah.
There's a reason why he fell.
A lot of teams did.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, he's look at the guy. I mean, everyone knew.
Yeah, he's incredible. Like, people knew this.
It doesn't take a genius to figure out that a guy that's his size, who can shoot and score like that. I mean, that's if that works, he's like that's like Kevin Durant type stuff. You guys like 6'10" can shoot like that and can score. Mm-hmm. Yeah, you're going. That guy's going to be incredibly high on everyone's list. But that back major, you saw
it's a major injury. That's a career ending. Like, you're playing today, your career's over tomorrow type.
Yeah, and it's always in the back of his mind. It's a career threatening thing, and that's you could tell it just affected the way that he looked. Like I say, he looked like he's just kind of ginger. He just sort of ginger.
I hope it's not, because he's such a great player. He's young. He's good sound bites, whether we laugh at him or agree with him. I hope this isn't the start of something terrible for him, but it's hard to ignore it, man. I mean, because the flags were extremely red when he was in the draft, and teams passed on him. Heard someone say that his medical reports were appalling as far as his back is concerned. So
that's yeah.
Jerry West passed on him twice, and Jerry West loves him a good, highly rated high school player.
Yeah. No, it's extremely. No, I mean it was bad. It was bad. It was well known that it was bad.
And we hadn't heard anything about his back. He's been fine for this whole time, nothing. But I'm hoping it's something small. But man, their back is nothing to play with, man.
No, that's true. Chris Paul was so good last night. 17 points, 5 rebounds, 15 assists, no turnovers. 15 assists and no turnovers is crazy from a point guard. And another bomb from Nuggets coach Michael Malone, who says Chris Paul doesn't see us, he doesn't feel us, and we're not impacting him in any way, shape, or form. Yeah, that's true. He's out here just talking. He's having fun out there, just riffing, just getting it. After the game, I mean, it's roast night. It's a roast of his team. It's the roast of the Denver Nuggets starring Michael Malone after the game is over. I'm about to see Jeffrey Ross out here. I'm about to see some of the world famous luminaries. Get up here and say some terrible things about my team. Jamie Foxx, where are you at over here? Let's go. Come on, let's start going in a little bit. It's bad. It's bad out there. Here's my thing about what Malone is saying. Like, it's definitely true. There's definitely some truth. But here's what is the benefit, other than getting it off your chest, of doing that publicly? What is the benefit of doing that? Now, I'm sure in the locker room, Will Barton alluded to it in his post game. He said that there are definitely some things that were said. In the locker room, sure, man, go crazy. You want to scream and yell or whatever. These are. Let me just use a little logic here. These are professional athletes who have worked their entire lives to try to win an NBA championship. And in order to do that, you have to go through the playoffs. Now, this is not a, Saturday afternoon game in New Orleans after a night on Bourbon Street in the regular season. This is a playoff game. These guys all understand what is at stake. I don't think that a lack of effort would have changed the outcome of this game, or one way or the other. Suns beat them badly. I don't think that the Nuggets giving 5 million % effort would have changed a whole lot. And I don't think that if you have to play the card of we're not trying hard or our guys gave up in the playoffs, then your team is broken. That's officially a broken team at that point. Because I don't think that means anything. That's not. These guys are not quitting. Like I said, it's not a regular season game where you can just kind of wash your hands of it and go on to the next one.
Right.
This is a playoff game. They're not quitting. So something else is going on. They're dispirited. They are not motivated. Whatever it may be. But it's not quitting. And Nikola Jokic said after the game, he said, "I didn't quit. I wasn't quitting. We didn't play well, but we didn't quit."
Right.
And that's the kind of thing I think if you're a coach, you have to be very careful not to embarrass your players in public like that. Because I don't think that was the issue. You might feel better about getting it off your chest, but the damage that you do in that locker room lasts a lot longer than that. There's no point. To me, that's just silly. Like if you got players who aren't trying in the postseason, then you might as well just go home. What's the point? What are you guys even playing for? So I just think that's silly to even bring that up. I don't know. I didn't like it. If it smacked of extreme desperation from Michael Malone.
Maybe he's campaigning for the Celtics job.
Maybe
he's like, screw
it. Does sound like something that would. It sound like something that they would like.
Yeah.
It sounds like something they would like. It's very their fan base like yeah.
Get that. Give me that
that's right. You got it right. That's right.
Can get that quit out of Jason Tatum.
Why's my Boston accent sound like I'm Australian?
Yeah,
that's right there, mate. That's right there, mate.
Ball, mate.
It's my Boston accent. Yes, we're from Boston.
You call that a knife?
You call that? This is a knife.
Come on, man.
Going to get another Vegemite sandwich. It's a wallaby. All right. So anyway, you can't do that stuff. So as a coach, I don't know, man. Like I'm sure you are very frustrated about what happened, but
yeah,
I feel like that we can go ahead and just toe tag the Nuggets at this point. Now they're done.
Oh yeah, they're done. Another season where the MVP gets bounced. Well, get us up out
toe
of here.
tag them and put them in the old cadaver case.
Yeah.
That's it. They're done.
Shout out to Jokic for the shirt he had on.
Yeah, it's good. It's a great shirt.
Yeah, that's how you rinse it right there, man.
Asylum 901 tees.
Yeah.
I
was so inspired. I shed a little tear like, man, we need somebody to just need an MVP, man. Speaking of MVPs, though.
Can only imagine what that would be like for you.
Exactly. Speaking of MVPs.
Of course.
Jay Crowder, man. Can we talk about Jay Crowder? Or do we need to carry this over the break or what we need to do?
Yeah, let's carry it over the break.
Yeah.
Let's
He's running out of space to put gear too, man. I think Jay's gonna have gloves on in Game 3.
Yeah, he's gonna look like RoboCop at some point. He just
has no skin showing it off.
Yeah, that's what he is. All right, when we come back, we'll talk about that Jay Crowder situation. We'll talk about the comments from a former Mississippi State Bulldog and a member of the Washington football team with regard to the COVID vaccine and some of the other discussions that we've had about that, and a whole lot more as we continue here live and local. Real Sports Talk, Sports 56, 98.5, 96.1.
Spend your lunch with Greg Gaston and Eli Savoy on Sports 56 Middays.
Lunchy munchy.
Weekdays from 10 till 1 on Sports 56, 98.5, and 96.1.
They've raised the bar again at Homer Skelton Hyundai and Genesis of Olive Branch. I like to say this is the new standard, the way car business should be done. And to prove it, out of 355 dealers in America that sell Genesis cars, the one in Olive Branch, Genesis of Olive Branch, was top 50 in the country, top 10 in the region, and number 2 in the district. And guess what? They want to be number 1. That means there are opportunities out there for you. It's the safest and every new latest bit of technology that makes the experience of driving a car better. They've got it at Genesis of Olive Branch. If we start with the G70, the highest performing car I've ever owned, all the way to the G80 or the G90, the biggest of the sedans, you'll love everything about the car. If you would like to try the new SUV, the GV80, you call Vinny Gerard at 662-890-6684. He will bring it out to you.
This is Sheldon Rosengarten with Marks Bensdorf Realtors. I'm often called Shell Done because I sell homes and work with buyers and I get the job done. There are 7 keys to successfully selling your home quickly at a great price. First, call me. I do my research and advise you on preparation, presentation, and proper pricing that gets you the activity to get the best price. Follow my advice and it can happen. I did mention 7 keys to a successful sale, didn't I? Well, if you use the first key, calling or emailing me, you really don't need the next 6 keys. Remember, that's Sheldon Rosengarten at 483-0546 or MemphisRelocate.com. If you don't need me now, write it down for later or for a friend at Sheldon at 483-0546 at MemphisRelocate.com. Do it now, and who knows, you may hear your home advertised here. Remember, as bad a golfer as I am, when selling homes, Shell Dunn gets it done.
Mid-South Hobbies has your favorite model airplanes, boats, race cars, and trains to build. With brands you know like Lionel, LGB, and a large selection of Traxxas radio-controlled trucks, cars, and boats. Mid-South Hobbies has all the accessories to make them complete, with thousands of paint colors to make them shine. Reach the sky with rockets and kites, or reach deep into your imagination with action figures, comic book superheroes, and fantasy quest games. Get passionate about your hobby at Mid-South Hobbies. 4862 Summer Avenue, open 7 days a week. Call 901-682-9402.
I know the sweetest thing in Memphis, and I know it's been around for 115 years. You know, I'm talking about Dinstall's, and it's time to stock up heavy on Cashew Crunch, Heavenly Crunch, Turtlettes, all of your favorite Dinstall's treats. So easy to get. The sweetest thing in Memphis, all you have to do is head to Laurelwood or head to Germantown and Poplar right across from the hospital, or go where they make the candies. That's on Pleasant View. There's nothing that says Memphis better than Cashew Crunch with that little tinge of coconut, or the Turtlettes. Let's face it, there's nothing better than Dinstall's chocolate. That's the mainstay of all candies, isn't it? Milk chocolate, although their dark chocolate is pretty darn good. And if you get the peppermint with the dark chocolate and put it in the freezer, you're going to love it. So many ways to love Dinstall's. Stock up heavy on all of your favorite Dinstall's treats. 115 years of making Memphis oh so sweet.
Listen Sundays at 11 a.m. to join Idlewild Presbyterian Church for worship. Idlewild is a PCUSA church located in Midtown Memphis.
Sports 56 traffic.
We got a lot of accidents on the roadways this morning. We are working an accident on I-40, on Watkins Street underneath I-40 with car hit a pillar. That's Watkins Street at I-40. Over in Arkansas, in Crittenden County, they're trying to ease traffic towards the bridge, so be mindful of delays there. Also, working a crash on Shelby Drive east of Chulahoma. And then our boy Scotty has tweeted us this morning about delays down in Mississippi, down in Marshall County. I-22 westbound block near Red Banks Road due to a tractor-trailer fire, and they're detouring there as well.
Welcome back to Sports 56 Mornings with Peter Edmiston.
Yes, I will be good, I promise.
Co-hosting Sports 56 Mornings is Anthony Sane.
That's great, man.
Now, back to Peter and Anthony.
I came to play. There's a price to pay. Time for you to get down on your knees and pray. You can say goodbye to the good old days. They're never coming back. Watch your future fade. I came to play. Get my dues paid.
I mean, this rap goes so hard. Listen how hard this is.
Oh, yeah,
This is some of that real grimy. That hit different. Yo, my man got bars. My man got fire bars. What are we doing out here?
Pizza or this? Why choose?
Get you a man who could do this and that. Get you a man who could do both. They call me Daddy Fat Sax. What are you talking about? What are you doing out here? Yeah, that's right. That made me think of that line. One of my favorite lines. Daddy Fat Sax, B-I-G-B-O-I. I'm that same Mother Nature that put that knuckle to your eye. Welcome back in the Family Leisure Studios. Hour number 1 continues here. Zach, I just sent you an email just so you know for this upcoming segment. We're talking because we got to talk a little bit about the situation that's rolling out in the NFL. Guys are back in a lot of mini camps. Not Aaron Rodgers, not Deshaun Watson, not a few other guys, but most players with younger players are in camps. And there are issues that are emerging, Anthony. Same. Mm-hmm. We talked about the Saints yesterday and the fact that about 60% of their coaches and players are vaccinated at this point. which puts them on the higher end of the NFL. And but little did we know that the things would kind of bust open a little bit yesterday with some comments from mostly from Montez Sweat, although there's some from Sam Darnold that have kind of slid under the radar. But let's hear first from Montez Sweat, a former, currently now a Washington football team defensive lineman, former Mississippi State Bulldog. Montez Sweat, a very good player, very good young player. And he faces a question about the team bringing in vaccine experts.
Hey, Montez, what do you make of the way that the team is bringing in, like, vaccine experts and stuff to encourage people to get vaccinated? Like, what do you kind of make of all that?
Here, Montez Sweat there. What's going on with that? Can you double check that audio there, Zach? We got a situation going with.
Hey, Montez, what do you make of the way that the team is bringing?
This is new to me. Give me a second. Keep talk amongst yourself. Give me a second.
Yeah, set it up a little bit more, Peter. Good.
Okay. Well, can you? Yeah. Okay. Well, the Montez Sweat of the Washington football team was asked about the vaccine situation.
Let me ask you a question though. What do you call players? What do you call players who play for the Washington football team?
I call them football players who play for the Washington football team.
Because you could say like Julio Jones,
Memphis Grizzly, John Morant,
Tennessee Titan, Julio Jones.
But what do you call Mike Conley?
Utah Jazz guard. Yeah, you're right. Yeah,
that's what I'm saying. So that's what it comes down to: is Washington football team defensive lineman Montez Sweat. But it's not. Yeah, but it's not. The individual, the singular for a jazz player is a jazz man. Did you know that? That's what they call them.
They should.
Like a jazz man.
I know a jazz man as well.
I do too. Bleeding Gums Murphy, they called him. Fantastic.
You want to try this again?
You tell me, Zach.
All right.
Well, you tell me, buddy.
Well, let's try it again.
Let's give it a shot. Okay, let's roll the dice. Big money, no whammies. And stop.
Hey, Montez, what do you make of the way that the team is bringing in, like, vaccine experts and stuff to...
Oh, y'all still can't hear it? That's
crazy. I can hear it.
I can't hear it. I just hear...
It's on the air, Peter. For let it ride.
It is?
I guess it is because I can hear it. I didn't even know what you were talking about at first. So.
Can you put me in? Like an audition situation or something? Or I can't. There we go.
All right.
No wait. Don't put Don't put me in audition. Now I'm getting echo. Put the PC in audition. So
everything is set. Everything's good here.
Okay.
Well,
play it then, I guess.
All right. Well, looks like we're playing it.
If y'all can hear it, then that's fine.
I heard it.
I can play it in my house.
Vaccinated. Like, what do you kind of make of all that?
I'm not a fan of it. I probably won't get vaccinated until we got more facts and all that type of stuff. But no, I'm not a fan of it at all.
What is your hesitation with getting a vaccine? If you don't mind me asking.
Well, I mean, I haven't caught COVID yet, so I don't see me treating COVID until I actually get COVID.
Thank you.
I guess that's obviously one of the big issues right now. If you talk to the coaching staff.
You guys hear that?
Yeah. I don't know the people that are listening here, but I heard it. I just heard it through the glass, though. I ain't hear it in my headphones. No, I'm joking. I'm joking. It's like, man, you clown. Like, what are you doing?
I'm trusting you guys because I can't hear it at all.
Yeah,
I'm playing it in my. It doesn't make any sense. I should be playing for our listeners. Text in it.
I'm waiting to see if a text is going to say something.
This is called texters. You guys have to involve yourself in the show. Did you hear Montez?
Yes, I can hear it. Yes. Text
okay,
yes.
Good. All right, thank you. I love the segment called "Can you hear what we're playing on the air?"
Can you hear what I hear?
Because I didn't hear nothing, but I'm glad you guys heard it.
Yeah,
perfect.
We heard it, yeah.
All right, so Montez Sweat.
Any relation to Keith Sweat?
Doesn't look like it.
Okay.
He's his skin tone is quite different than Keith Sweat's,
Okay.
but he does sweat a lot. So that maybe he's related to Patrick Ewing, possibly.
Or JaMychal Green.
JaMychal could be JaMychal Green. Well, it's they're both kind of South. They certainly could have some relationship there for sure.
Yeah.
Montez Sweat says he's not going to get vaccinated. He doesn't like that the team is bringing in vaccine experts.
Okay.
That seems weird. And then he says he's not going to get vaccinated because he hasn't had COVID, so he's not going to treat COVID until he gets COVID.
Exactly. They need to just stop.
See, I'm not gonna,
guys need to just stop answering that question. Because, like, what he said, he's basically just like, bro, I'm just not taking it. Like, I don't trust that type of stuff, period. Just say that. And that's fine. That's just right. I mean, you put in your body what you want to put in your body. You know? Some people don't. Some people take the vaccine. Some people buy sex enhancement from a gas station. You know? You want to put that in your body, put it in your body, man. Some people eat Crystal Burgers at 6 in the morning, like I did. You do with your body what you want to do with your body. Yeah, you ain't got to explain stuff, man. 'Cause when you start explaining, you start sounding stupid, or you sound uninformed. What was the word you said yesterday? The guy got upset with you on Twitter.
Uneducated.
Yeah, you sound. That was a little harsh word. I knew what you meant, but yeah, you sound uneducated.
He sounds uneducated about the vaccine at all. He is not.
Topic,
yeah, I'm talking about that particular topic. I don't mean somebody's uneducated in their life. I don't know. Yeah. I can't speak for his education anywhere else, but in this particular topic that he's speaking on, he sounds dumb and he sounds uneducated. So that's the way it is. Now, I'm not going to get out here and dunk on this guy because I don't think that's fair, and that's something I tweeted about. He's enough people are going to make fun of him for saying that, and it's only going to make him more resistant to listening to logic.
Right.
So I'm not gonna come out here and like say, oh, what an idiot, oh, you idiot, stupid, et cetera. There's no point in that. It is
most people. Go ahead. I'm sorry, but go ahead.
But it's just very frustrating to me that I get what you're saying about putting things in your body, and ultimately, I suppose people have the right to do whatever they want with their body.
Yeah.
But it's a very selfish decision. In general, your decision to eat Crystal Burgers has no impact on me whatsoever.
Yeah, it does.
You can do whatever you want with your body. No, it doesn't.
What if I'm not ready to come back from the break?
Yeah, but it doesn't have any impact on the average person who's listening to the show.
Yeah, it does.
Tim and Calvin and other people. No, it doesn't. and more importantly, it has no impact on anyone who's not listening to the show and isn't in this studio. Somebody in a different part of the country has no impact on them whatsoever. But your decision not to get vaccinated, and more importantly, your decision to publicize that or to try to, with a lot of these anti-vax people are doing, trying to make others not get vaccinated, has a major impact on the rest of the world, has a major impact on the rest of the country. It keeps the rest of us from achieving that level of herd immunity that would help to mitigate or eliminate COVID, this particular strain of COVID altogether, in the same way that we've seen other vaccines do that with other diseases. We didn't have smallpox in this country forever. We thought we had totally eliminated it because everyone was just getting smallpox vaccinated. Then we had a group of people who said, hey, I don't want to get vaccinated by no smallpox. I don't believe in this stuff. And guess what? Smallpox came back. Like, what? Smallpox? What year is this? But yeah, because people stopped doing it. Mm-hmm. Here comes smallpox again. All it needs is just a little window to jump back into the mix, and there you go. Same thing with measles. Pretty good on measles. Measles is incredibly contagious, way more contagious than COVID. Mm-hmm. And we all have to get MMR, measles, mumps, rubella. You're supposed to get your MMR shot before you can go to school and all that stuff. Because of that, well, we had a pocket of folks in the Pacific Northwest who said, "Nah, we're not. We're done with that. Not getting any of those vaccines." And what they're doing is allowing the rest of our herd immunity to save them. But eventually that falls off, and they start getting measles again. We didn't have measles. No one's dealing with measles until we stop taking these vaccines. So your decision not to put that in your body for reasons that make absolutely no sense, and I want to make that clear, those reasons are wrong. They are proven wrong. This is not a matter of opinion. Mm-hmm. This is a matter of truth or not truth.
I absolutely
Those
agree
things
with you, but on
affect
top of,
everybody else.
I absolutely agree with you. He's being a goofy. I'll say that. But on top of supporting his right to put whatever he wants to put in his body, I also support people's right to be stupid.
I support people's right to be stupid to the point where it affects everybody else.
But what can you do, Peter?
If you want to be stupid and drive your car with your feet, that's fine until you drive into somebody else, and then that becomes a problem.
Hey, but that's what I'm saying. Your stupidity has its own consequences.
My right to swing my fist ends where your face begins.
Right.
I can do this all day long, but if you're right here, now I can't do this. That's just how you can yell fire in my house all day long, but I can't go to the mall and yell fire and start freaking out because it affects other people. People have rights to do whatever they want to a point.
But what can
that
we
point
do?
is different.
This same brother said, I ain't never had COVID, so why would I worry about treating COVID if I ain't never had it?
I mean, that's just. It's very hard to.
That kid. That dude probably got about 10 kids. That's his logic.
What?
Lord.
Condoms. What?
Condoms? What?
I worry about them when I get somebody pregnant. Oh, yeah.
Wait a second.
Oh, that's how it works. Oh, my bad. Condom.
It's like I worry about the kid until the kid gets
here.
I worry about parachute when I hit the ground.
Yeah. Locking my
I jumped
doors.
out of a plane. I never.
Who locks their doors? Seatbelts.
I'll worry about seatbelt after I go through a windshield. Well,
brushing my teeth every day for what? Showers.
Underwear. What?
Yeah. Dude,
anyway,
but he's just talking, man. Like he got
I know.
He didn't have a real answer to, and he just started saying stuff that.
Well, that's what I'm saying. That's why I'm not trying to I'm genuinely trying not to dunk on this guy.
Yeah,
I'm asking the question. More importantly, I'm asking the question because here, Zach, play Sam Darnold as well. I want to hear because Sam Darnold had a similar, not as he wasn't quite as out there with it as Montez Sweat was, but he's very similar in terms of the content of his answer. And you didn't hear about Sam Darnold's as much for whatever reason, but Panthers quarterback Sam Darnold had his thoughts on the COVID situation as well. Zach has given me the finger here, not that finger, but the other finger. I'll tell you what, let's just take a break and then we'll come back and we'll hear that on the other side, and so you can get that squared away. Hopefully, I can hear it too. That'd be exciting if I could hear it. Everybody else can hear it too. We'll talk about that because I want to get there's more to this than just laughing at these guys for having uninformed opinions. That's not what we're doing here. There's a lot more to this because a lot of people feel the same way they do. So we have to figure this thing out. We'll try to do that when we come back. Real Sports Talk, Sports 56, 98.5, 96.1.
Listen online anywhere, anytime at sports56whbq.com.
Father's Day is coming up, along with a great Father's Day sale at Frontier Western Store. Join Eli and Sports 56 Broadcasting live from 10 to 1 this Friday at Frontier Western Store. And get ready to shop. Every pair of men's khakis, jeans, and even FR workwear is $5 off. And of course, Frontier has thousands of work and dress boots too. Eli, Sports 56, and you this Friday, 10 to 1 at Frontier Western Store, 5880 Goodman Road in Olive Branch.
The summer of fun is here now at Mario's Pools. Hi, everybody. This is Dave Woloshin from Mario's Pools on Exeter Road. That beautiful pool, well, it just doesn't happen. So call Mario and his team will be right there to guide you every step of the way if you want to do it yourself, or they'll do it for you. If you need a replacement pool liner, Mario has the best price against all the major competitors, and by the way, the best selection. Call Mario's Pools, easy, 552-3399. That's 552-3399, or just walk in, so easy, in Germantown on Exeter Road. The great thing about Mario is he always takes that extra step. He gets to know you and your pool. He'll do everything he can to make it perfect. Mario's has an A rating with the Better Business Bureau. You can check out the reviews on Facebook. Don't be a slave to your pool. Call Mario Pools today, 552-3399.
Brian Elder's Roofing Solutions.
I'm Brian Elder. The great Kimmons Wilson of Holiday Inn had a slogan: the best surprise is no surprise. And that's so true. When I sit at your kitchen table, you're going to understand exactly what I'm going to do to your roof. From the underlayment to the hip shingles and ventilation, the flashing, the wood repairs, the cleanup, the crew safety, the warranty. It's amazing how many customers sign contracts being told none of that stuff. But the best surprise is no surprise. Insurance claims. Talk to your friends. More and more claims are being rejected, and only experienced claims specialists are getting those terrible decisions overturned. So if you don't hire me, please hire someone to manage the process with the experience to see it through. The best surprise is no surprise. 867-0303 or BrianElderRoofing.com.
Call 867-0303. Brian Elder's Roofing Solutions.
Did you know that feeling sluggish or weighed down could be signs that your digestive system isn't working at its best? But taking Metamucil every day can help. Metamucil supports your daily digestive health using a special plant-based fiber called psyllium. Psyllium works by forming a gel in your digestive system to trap and remove the waste that weighs you down. Metamucil's gelling action also helps to promote heart health and slows down sugar absorption to promote healthy blood sugar levels. Start feeling lighter and more energetic by taking Metamucil every day.
It's June and time for our anniversary sale here at Sunrise. Plenty of Buicks and GMCs in stock and coming. Don't see it on my lot? Reserve an incoming unit. Rates as low as 0%. Rebates up to $6,000. And over $11 million in used cars, late model, low mileage vehicles, certified cars, even vehicles under $10,000. We specialize in low payments and less than perfect credit. And check out the grand opening of our all-new truck corral. Over 75 trucks and SUVs in stock. If we don't have it, we'll find it for you. Memphis' only dedicated used truck dealership in the old Hummer building on Highway 64 in Bartlett. We make it fun to buy a car.
Welcome back to Sports 56 Mornings with Peter Edmiston and Anthony Sane. Here once again are Pete and Sane.
Oh, bars! Fire!
It's the Fiend! The Fiend!
Yo, this hit different this morning,
This
yo.
hit different.
This hit
Fiend
different.
hit different. Fiend season.
Like them ribs at, wherever place that I heard about one time when I was coming to town.
Mm-hmm.
People don't say that about Central Barbecue. When they go to Central Barbecue, they just go and they just love it. It's delicious. That's what they do.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I mean? Like they don't have to fake it or any of that stuff.
Are
You
you
go to
sure?
one of the four great locations.
I've heard some fake Central Barbecue references. But no, go ahead. We'll move
You
on.
don't think they've actually gone? You don't think they've actually gone? to
No, I
Central?
mean it was just pandering. It was pandering. But yeah.
Well, that's disappointing because they don't need to pay.
Don't need to pay.
Central's wonderful. Just go. Just go in and say it in your normal tone of voice and your normal, in whatever normal words you would use, and just talk about how great it is because it's great. It's fantastic. People love it. I can't get. Once again, I see it on every list. I saw it last week on another 40 places you have to go in the United States. It was amongst 3 or 4 in Memphis, and several more around the country. Central Barbecue prominently featured. Right there, they said, go get those barbecue nachos, go get those ribs, and go get those wings. Smoked wings, absolutely fantastic. And the wings, are a particular favorite of mine. I love wings in general. I'm just a wing. I love wings.
Same.
So, and I feel like I'm a bit of a connoisseur. I have certain tastes and things I enjoy.
Mm-hmm.
Certain wings, I don't know, they hit me in certain ways. Some hit different. Some hit the same.
Hit the same.
You never know.
Did they slap?
Central Barbecue wings, I would say they are a bop. They slap. They hit different.
A bop.
I'm just keeping it a buck here when I tell you that I'm keeping it 100. That it's totally great. The smoked wings.
You want all the smoke?
Just call me Penny because I want all that smoke. Right on my wings specifically. And it is different. It is different. It's not your typical wing. You have the traditional style of wings, put them in the fryer and all that stuff. This is not that. This is smoked, and so it's a different flavor. And so you get that wing sauce. They have great wing sauce. They have great wing flavor. The Jamaican jerk is fantastic. The dry rub, but then you also get that smoky flavor that's a whole different, that adds a little something to it. And oh man, It's unique. It's unique. You will not find that anywhere else but Central Barbecue. Go experience it for yourself at those 4 locations. On Central Summer, downtown, East Memphis, you'll love it. It is Central Barbecue. Zach, can we hear from Sam Darnold?
Still got to think about, all those certain things that go into it. Again, it's everyone's choice, whether they want to get vaccinated or not. So that's really all I got on it. I don't want to go too into detail, but I haven't been vaccinated yet.
So there you go. So he's not been vaccinated either. He wasn't quite as out there with his comments, but it's very similar to what Montez Sweat said. And here's the thing that I would say, Anthony. It's like I don't want to. I'm not trying to dunk on people, but I also think it's important to push back against some of these comments and some of the things that are out there. So I'm trying to figure out the best way to do that most effectively. I want to get people to see that these things are incredibly safe. They are incredibly effective. You're way safer getting the vaccine than you are not getting the vaccine.
Right.
Because were you to get COVID, it can be a major issue for you, no matter your age. We've seen young people have to deal with the effects of long COVID for a while. You can ask the likes of Jason Tatum and others what it's like for them, who they're still dealing with it. So how do you do that? How do you walk that line when you've got people that are like, these are adults, these are grown-ups, these are educated people to, people that they're not just complete dummies running around. Mm-hmm. They have the ability to, be normal human beings, normal adults, and yet they're holding on to factually incorrect opinions about this stuff.
I have a different response than what you're probably expecting.
Okay.
How about we pause on asking those questions, because you're not going to get a good answer, and you're definitely not going to convince anyone. It's probably doing more harm than good, because you're dunking on people. Like when you ask these guys these type of questions, if you don't get the answer that a part of society wants, they're going to kill them for the other answer, and they're going to make them not want to do it even more. Like that's not going to help these two guys. I mean, I just understand what's the point of asking these questions at this point, because it's
I'm more concerned about how do you get these guys to actually get vaccinated, because the point of asking the questions in this situation, I get what you're saying, and for a normal person, the point of asking the questions would be really non-existent. I mean, other than just as a point of like, I'd like to know kind of thing, like I'm just asking people. But for football players, especially for, big football players, like Montez Sweat's a starter, big-time player. Sam Darnold is the quarterback, presumably the starting quarterback. If they're not going to be vaccinated, they may not play. The NFL has not figured out yet how to deal with unvaccinated folks in practice settings with vaccinated people and all that stuff. There are issues that are going to come up as a result of that. Like coaches, for example, who aren't vaccinated are not going to have what they call tier 1 contact. They're not going to be allowed to actually be in meeting rooms and like do the job. So that becomes a factor in the same way that you ask a guy how his knee is doing, or how his like if you're not available because you're choosing not to get vaccinated, then that becomes a relevant issue for these kinds of discussions. That's why they're asking about it.
But it's the thing that, I mean, I get it. We, as people who are vaccinated, we feel like those who aren't vaccinated are holding us up. Like you're stopping the whole world from moving on, and we feel like we're doing the work for you. But we've done what we consider to be the responsible thing to do, and they're doing what they feel like is best for them. There's no benefit in asking these type of questions and putting these guys on the line, because no one's going to get an epiphany in the middle of a Zoom call and say, you know what, I think I'm going to go ahead and get the vaccine. Just got to wait it out, and they may never get it, and if they don't, they don't. But all we can do is do what we know to be best, because these type of situations, they're more conflict and confrontational than anything, and that's not gonna get it, and it's just gonna create more discussions, debates they're just problematic, that aren't really making anything happen with people arguing at this point. I mean, I agree with you. I mean, I agree. But
that's not what. That's not really what I'm asking though. The question I'm asking that you can think about over the break is, how do we reach people who have come to this conclusion?
It's just going to take time, Peter. The people who won't get the vaccine, they say, I see y'all got the vaccine. I see you're alive, but I'm banking on y'all falling dead soon. That's what's going through their head, man. If you talk to people who don't have the vaccine, they're banking on us turning into wolves in the next year or so. That's facts. They think that we're fine for now, but something down the line is going to happen, and they're waiting on it. That's real.
I mean, that sounds.
They're thinking there's some type of long-term thing that's going to happen with us having the vaccine. So I see y'all walking around now, but I think long-term something's going to happen to y'all. They're going to bring out some new Wi-Fi. Y'all going to turn into robots, and it's going to wake up your nanobites. Exactly. Wait. Did y'all hear that? What's the midnight? Creeping in the dark. For real, that's what they think. They think something's gonna happen to us later on, man. It may never happen, bro. They may never get it.
But I don't like. Why would you? I'm confused about why this vaccine.
And we live in a meme-generated era. People
they're like
weird stuff on.
They're using phones that have track them and all this. I mean, the people. It's the most like that. That's the part that's frustrating. There's no.
We live in meme
factual.
Culture. Somebody can make some BS post on Facebook or Twitter, and people live by it. Somebody can say,
How do we stop that though?
You ain't stopping it. The people who choose to take it, just take it. Cause I don't care who takes it, man. Cause I got it in me. Cause I can't worry about other folks. I got herd immunity of one.
No, but you don't. We'll talk about that. We'll talk about that because it's not quite that simple.
And
I see what you're saying, but it's not quite that simple.
Volume version 1.1, I'll get that too. Like for real. Like I don't care about these folks, bro. For real. And as soon as they get the kids version, Gabe little thick tail gonna go get it too. Like I'm not gonna play with these folks at all, bro. Like we just not doing this.
When we come back, hour number 2 on the way.
They've raised the bar again at Homer Skelton Hyundai and Genesis of Olive Branch. I like to say this is the new standard, the way car business should be done. And to prove it, out of 355 dealers in America that sell Genesis cars, the one in Olive Branch, Genesis of Olive Branch, was top 50 in the country, top 10 in the region, and number 2 in the district. And guess what? They want to be number 1. That means there are opportunities out there for you. It's the safest, and every new, latest bit of technology that makes the experience of driving a car better, they've got it at Genesis of Olive Branch. If we start with the G70, the highest performing car I've ever owned, all the way to the G80 or the G90, the biggest of the sedans, you'll love everything about the car. If you would like to try the new SUV, the GV80, you call Vinny Gerard at 662-890-6684. He will bring it out to you.
Hi, everyone. This is Greg Gaston for FanDuel. The NBA playoffs are here, and you'll be in hoops heaven betting all the action on FanDuel Sportsbook. There are so many exciting matchups, and FanDuel is taking that excitement to another level because new and existing users can bet risk-free throughout the playoffs. New users can get up to $1,000 back if your first bet doesn't win. Plus, once you have an account, you can bet one same-game parlay risk-free every single week. That means you can combine multiple bets for an even bigger win. And if you don't win, you'll get up to $10 back. Basketball fans, now is the perfect time to give FanDuel a shot. Just sign up with promo code GASMAN to bet the NBA playoffs risk-free. That's promo code GASMAN, exclusively on the FanDuel Sportsbook app. You must be 21 or over and present in Tennessee. Risk-free bet for first online real money wager only, and refund issued as non-withdrawable site credit that expires in 14 days. Same-game parlay refund issued as non-withdrawable site credit that expires in 7 days. Max refund $10. Restrictions apply. See terms at sportsbook.fanduel.com. Same-game parlay available for multiple sports in all states on mobile/web. Gambling problem? Call Tennessee Redline at 1-800-889-9789.
Grind City Brewing Company is taking care of beerness in Memphis. Grind City Brewing is the dream of a father and son duo to create a brand that delivers a high quality, great tasting, and easy drinking craft beer. And they've done it. The brewery sits high above the city elevation in uptown Memphis with 15,000 square feet of beerness, including a 5,000 square foot tap room. Grind City Brewing is committed to all things Memphis, including the Tigers. They have created a malt liquor called Tiger Tail that is the official craft beer of the University of Memphis. Tiger Tail comes in 16-ounce six-packs and is not your typical malt liquor. Tiger Tail is crafted with a bold and smooth flavor, has 7.5% alcohol, and its clean finish makes it incredibly easy drinking. Tiger Tail and Grind City Brewing, taking care of beerness in Memphis.
Hi, this is John Conway with Conway Services. How old is your water heater? With most of the water heaters in the Mid-South located in the attic, the worst day you can replace your water heater is one day too late. It may be time for a tankless water heater from Conway Services that never runs out of hot water. Plus, these energy-saving models only heat the water you use, saving you money on your gas bill every month. Most 10-year-old water heaters were about 65% efficient when they were new, compared to a tankless water heater from Conway Services that's up to 98% efficient. Plus, right now, get your tankless water heater from Conway Services for as low as $79 per month. Or I'll give you $250 for that old tank water heater. And no more worrying about that tank bursting in your attic either. And you know, with over 8,000 5-star reviews, you know Google guaranteed Conway Services will be providing great customer service every time. So call Conway Services, the Mid-South's premier heating, cooling, plumbing, and electric service company at 384-3511. And the first 30 callers with a 10-year-old water heater will come out and inspect it absolutely free.
384-3511. Conway Services. Call Conway today.
We are Sports 56 WHBQ Memphis, W253DF Memphis, and WIVG Tunica Memphis. Flynn Broadcasting Stations. Sports 56 traffic.
We're still working an accident on Watkins Street underneath I-40 where the car struck a concrete pillar. So we're still working with that accident as well. They're trying to ease traffic over in Crittenden County on I-55 eastbound, heading towards the bridge. So be mindful of delays there. The accident on Shelby Drive on Chulahoma, that accident has been cleared. And right now we're still working the tractor trailer fire in Marshall County, I-22 westbound near Red Banks. So we're still working with that as well. Keep it right here. This is your Sports 56 traffic update.
Welcome back to Sports 56 Mornings with Peter Edmiston.
Yes, I will be good. I promise.
Co-hosting Sports 56 Mornings is Anthony Sane.
That's great, man.
Now, back to Peter and Anthony.
The system, it will not be tolerated. Tear it down to the ground, we will dominate it. Hear the shout, shut them down, can't incarcerate it. Fear gets accelerated, change will be celebrated. Shut it down. Shut it down. Shut it down. Shut it down.
Our buddy Scotty was excited about the metal influence on WWE now. Little metal influence.
J. Lou sending pictures with this man sent. Just I'm sure it's some type of flex. Sure as him like getting vaccinated with like oh, man sending some wings.
He says some wings. Would you guys eat these wings? I made them in the air fryer. Absolutely.
Why wouldn't I eat? Come on, man. Why wouldn't I eat those, bro? What are you talking about, Jay?
Why, yeah. What would be? Is there something I don't know about them? I mean, they look great.
Man, send some picture perfect wings, like some kind of honey glaze.
Yeah, it looks
bourbon,
like a nice little glaze situation.
Little spice kick to them. J. Lou wasn't that perfect about you. Like,
They don't look too spicy. I don't know what's
Look at those floors in the background, man.
I don't think they're spicy at all, but I think they're more sweet. But they look good. J. Lou, are those sweet or spicy?
Yeah, I'm sure it's sweet. It's like it might got a little kick to it.
Yeah, I don't think it's got much kick. I think that looks to me like a I'm gonna say a honey like a honey barbecue kind of thing. Mm-hmm. That's my guess based on that picture. So welcome back. It is hour number 2. We are live and local, continuing here. It is partly sunny out there. 79 degrees. Going to be some more of that rain coming through later on this afternoon. We've seen enough of that, but we've got a little bit more coming in. So sorry about that. I wish there was something I could do about it, but I can't. That's just the way it goes sometimes. My name is Peter Edmiston, joined by, of course, Anthony Sane, our good friend Zach, producing the program. Dustin Starr coming up in an hour. We're going to talk a little wrestling with Dustin. Plenty to get to there. If you want to join us, you can. 360-8255 on the phone lines, 360-8255 on the text lines. We are ready to roll. You can chat with us as well on the First Bank or on the chat line, which is open for business. So chat away. You want to join the Booty Snorkeler? Just chat away. You see our video. If you see any ability on Facebook or Twitch, Twitter, all these areas, you want to just chat, pop a little chat in, we could do that too. So we can communicate lots of different ways with each of you, and we'd love to do that. We were talking about the COVID situation going into the break, with a couple prominent NFL players expressing some opinions about not wanting to get vaccinated, not feeling that they need to get vaccinated, not thinking that it's, safe to get vaccinated. And we've been asking the question, or at least I've been asking the question of how do we, instead of trying to dunk on folks, how do we, especially folks that might be persuadable, how do we reach them? How do we find a way to reach them and to show them that it is something that can be done and needs to be done for them? Because you were talking about how, basically saying, you're saying, look, I did it. I got it. I'm good to go. Y'all can do whatever, basically.
At this point, I 100% say that. My oldest brother, who calls into the show sometimes, who texts into the show all the time, is the biggest conspiracy. Yes. My brother Greg is the biggest conspiracy theorist I can think of. When he got the vaccine, I said, okay, vaccine season's over. There won't be any new recruits. Like, that's it. Like, when he got it, I said, okay, that's it. He's the last person who's going to get it. No new additions to team vaccine. When he got it, I was like, okay, yeah, that's it. This is all we're going to get.
Because the thing is, like, if people are persuadable, then I want to persuade them rather than that. The issue comes, as we talked about.
I think persuade season is over, Peter. I think that season is come and gone.
I don't think so.
Open enrollment is over.
And I don't think so because and I hope not, because at the end of the day, it does affect it does affect everyone. Like, it affects your ability or your willingness to get the vaccine or not get the vaccine. If enough people don't get the vaccine, then you get wider spread of the disease. The wider the spread of the disease, the more likely that it is that the disease creates variants. As we've already seen in other parts of the world, the more spread, the more efficient it gets at spreading. Those variants then may not be as efficiently handled by the vaccine, which then creates future issues. The idea is that you snuff it out as much as you can to prevent those things from happening so that you can get the situation under control. So it does affect everybody. It's not as simple as saying, hey, your choice. It doesn't work that way. Because if enough people make that choice, then all of a sudden my choice to get the vaccine becomes less effective.
But it does work that way, Peter. There's still nothing you can do. Still. And the people we're talking about, these two NFL players we're talking about, their bodies are multi-million-dollar investments. I'm not making excuses for them, but they have a larger window to be weird about it, because like LeBron, like anybody else who's said things have been weird about the whole vaccine thing, acting weird about it. Their bodies are a totally different investment than mine. Like I said, I stick crystals in my gut at 6 o'clock in the morning. So hey, why not? Just give me some of that vaccine. Let me wash it down with a good vaccine. I could. It's a way. Yeah, we might say with a vaccine in a.
But let me clarify this, okay? Why is it that you or that anyone else would not believe all of the information that's available about the safety of it?
Because they've made a conscious decision not to, Peter.
But I'm asking, why would you do that?
I don't know.
That's the bigger question. I realize they've made a conscious decision not to.
Say, I only eat my steak well done because the other stuff, you're eating raw steak and it's going to kill you because you're eating blood. There's the same people who say that. It makes no sense. It's not true. But there are people who believe it. Right?
Yeah, but I mean, this is about like your own personal, like this is about
Peter,
bigger
we
than
get
that.
it.
I mean, like
we get it. But I'm saying, what can you do, man? People are gonna be dumb. Like people are gonna choose to be uneducated. If you step on a crack, you break your mama back. Mugs out there won't step on crack.
I can't like. That's fine if you don't step on a crack, but it's a bigger issue because if it changes everything. Like I can't. Your kids are having. It's harder for kids to get back to school because you have more kids who are vaccinated. All this it affects everybody. It's not like just some weird superstition. That's fine. Whatever. This is a bigger issue.
But that's how people think.
And I get frustrated because there's a lot of good information out there, but then you have people like yesterday in the state of Ohio, they had a state house committee about the Vaccine Choice and Discrimination Act. They're trying to anti-vax people are trying to prevent any legislation that would require the vaccine for certain employment, things of that nature. And they had some testimony from nurses. Nurses. And I want just listen to this.
Yes, vaccines do harm people. By the way, so I just found out something when I was on lunch, and I wanted to show it to you. We were talking about Dr. Tenpenny's testimony about magnetic vaccine crystals. So this is what I found out. So I have a key and a bobby pin here. Explain to me why the key sticks to me.
She's putting a key on her chest here.
Too.
And she's trying to put the key on her neck, and it's failing miserably. It's not actually sticking to her at all.
Yeah, so if somebody can explain this, that would be great.
This is what we're dealing with, Zane. How can I?
Hey,
these
bro,
are nurses.
All I can do is tell you, hey, what can we do? What can we do, man?
What are we doing out here? Listen to Dr. She mentioned Dr. She mentioned Nurse Tenpenny. The other video I sent you, Zach, I think I sent you the Nurse Tenpenny video as well, if you want to check that out too.
And some of the information that I think had been discussed on your podcast related to EMF frequencies.
That was a thought.
And
it was because right now we're all kind of hypothesizing. I mean, what is it that's actually being transmitted that's causing all of these things? Is it a combination of the protein, which now we're finding has a metal attached to it? I'm sure you've seen the pictures all over the internet of people who've had these shots and now they're magnetized. They can put a key on their forehead, it sticks. They can put spoons and forks all over them and they can stick. Because now we think that there's a metal piece to that.
Magneto walking around.
There's been people who've long suspected that there was some sort of an interface, yet to be defined, an interface between what's being injected in these shots and all of the 5G towers. Not proven yet, but we're trying to figure out what is it that's being transmitted to these unvaccinated people.
Well, see, now what can we do about this? These are nurses.
I want to test this theory out right now on the show.
Hold on, let me see.
Yeah, I'm vaccinated. I'm gonna try. I got a metal. This is my metal.
Hey, I'm gonna stick the whole set of keys in my head. Let me see. Hold on.
Hang on. Let me just. Oh, it's not working. Dang it! I can't. If I try it.
Hey, you got the Heroes TV show theme.
Where's Magneto? Was that the deal? Was he the first one to get vaccinated? All right, Zach, you got a key there. Okay, let's see. Yep.
Man.
Nope.
Yeah, my whole set's sitting there. Look at it. The whole
set. I can't believe it. Look at that. Oh, it's sitting there. That's incredible.
If your keys are sticking to your face, it's probably from a lack of face washing. Probably a little bit too much oil going on.
Okay, look, I got a little key here. Okay, this is a little small key right here. I'm going to try this right here.
Go ahead, let's see. Are you Moderna or Pfizer, though? What does that matter?
I'm Moderna, so I don't know. Sure. Let me. Hey, yeah. Oh, look! It's sticking! It's sticking!
See, I've got I got the quick set vaccine.
Try my neck here. Is it gonna? No. Okay. Yeah, I got the Magneto vaccine. It's I'm able to bend metal at this point.
Hey, remember the winter solstice? Hey, that was it might just be because you're white, Peter. Why is that sticking? Let me see.
Yeah, is that the other white lady didn't work for her either. So.
Oh, we got to do better.
It is nice though. It is nice though that the typical quote unquote Karen.
I knew I was right. J. Lou said his wings were honey hot. Thank you, J. Lou. Man, you gonna come to me about wings? You think I can't peep out honey hot when I see him?
I said it's honey.
It's honey what, heat? Peter? Peter what? Honey hot. Oh no,
honey hot.
But
it's probably heat. Yeah, but his hot is probably not hot at all. His hot is probably like nothing.
Okay.
Jay Lou, is your hot like hot? Because I don't think it is. I think it's
honey hot. But I see it's probably a little hit.
Man, look, have you? Hey, how many wing places have you gone to where you ordered hot and it's like it's
a lot of. I'm gonna tell you something else I noticed in my years of wing devouring too. White people
I could stick a wing to my head after I got vaccinated. Incredible.
I can stick a ranch cup to my head. But no, what I've noticed for real, white people like painfully hot wings. Like y'all want wings to where like y'all just like stomach just I quit. Like,
white people generally like painfully hot. Well, a lot of white people like painfully hot food. Period.
Period.
Right?
Yeah.
Yeah. Some people are into the like the devil's taint, like some kind of like these hot sauces have just horrible names, like the rectum destroyer, the sweaty scrotum. Like what are we doing out here? Like no, it doesn't sound good at all. Have you ever been to like a hot sauce shop and it's just like all these names that are just like why do I want to do this? Like why would I? That doesn't sound appealing at all. None of that sounds.
We
good.
don't fool around like that, man.
I'm not part of that.
Just make sure the chicken fried hot. Make sure it's fried hot.
No, but I mean, I will say also, if you ever go to like a Thai place or Vietnamese place, something like that, you ask them to do it like, say, cook it like you would cook it for yourself.
You're gonna burn your lip off.
You better pack an additional lunch and maybe some Tums and some it's sweating just yeah.
They're gonna burn your gums off, man.
Yeah. You don't want to play with that. Texter says, fellas, can you let me know if this text comes through, please? Absolutely, yes, it's come through. You did a great job. You sent that in, so we're happy to help with your testing. Point is, if we can't get that, if we can't get folks to get on board with this, what can we do?
Thank you, Lisa. I agree with what Lisa said. I think folks should leave people alone and let them get it in their own time. Calling folks dumb and stupid won't help at all. Thank you.
Exactly.
Because you come to people with confrontation, they're just going to be less receptive of it.
I agree with that. But here's what Scotty says, and this is where I agree with Scotty here on this one. Make this country realize that discourse doesn't mean you're putting other people down. We can't disagree without it being seen as a slight. That's exactly it, man. People get so defensive about it, and it's not intended to be defensive. I'm just trying to help folks get educated, and more importantly, like. This is where all this dumb stuff about social media and everything else has really hurt us as a country, because people can just go online and think that they're getting information, but all they're getting is stuff that has already been chosen by the whatever algorithm of Facebook or whatever social media outlet they're using. That's already been chosen for them, and it's stuff that they've already agreed with, and the algorithm is designed to get them to view Facebook as much as possible. So it wants to give them stuff that they will interact with and that they will agree with. So you're getting all your information that's already been pre-approved for you to agree with. You're not getting real information that will make you think or make you kind of question it. It's people use the word information like not all things are actual information. Not all stuff that's on your news feed is actual information that's actually like legitimate. Like Edward tweets and says there are tons of info that dispute your claims about the experimental gene therapy. There's no experimental gene therapy. That's a vaccine. That's wrong. Every doctor doesn't recommend it. That's true. There's probably a few doctors out there that don't. I follow my doctor's advice, not peer pressure. There's no scientific consensus, only mainstream narrative. That's not true. There's an incredible scientific consensus. Like that's the kind of stuff I'm talking about.
Who's talking to you? Who?
That's a guy. That's a guy who tweeted me. That's Edward, who just tweeted me just a second ago.
Oh, my guy Edward. He's got a picture of showing up on this thing.
Yeah. That's just completely wrong. That's all not true. There is absolutely.
Well, if you don't want to take the vaccine, just don't take it, man. We ain't got to do all this other
stuff.
Like,
you could. If you don't want to take the vaccine, then you can. I suppose that's on you.
Bro. Just on you.
But this is the part that frustrates me, because all those things that he said are just not true.
Just look at pure numbers, man. People who get the vaccine very rarely are getting COVID. Like that's true, bro. The reason why the national numbers are going down is because just this handful of people that are getting the vaccine are helping the national numbers.
Exactly.
COVID ain't disappearing on its own, man. Y'all can be deep and look at all this extraterrestrial stuff all you want, but come on, man. Like just look at the freaking numbers. Like I'm not gonna argue facts, bro. Like
That's what I'm saying. Thank you. Yeah, exactly.
The fact that just this handful of people, less than 50% or whatever the number is, of people that have been vaccinated, is swinging the national number of COVID numbers down drastically. That's why, bro. Like all this stuff you're saying about whatever, I ain't got time for that, man. And Edward, you my guy. I fool with you, man. You just sound silly. Like, just being honest. Like, get out of here, man.
So, and there are specific examples, as Lisa points out. I know ladies are on birth control who are advised by their doctors not to take the vaccine.
Exactly.
Now, there are specific examples, like there were some longer studies being done on pregnancy, on pregnant women. Mm-hmm. That's now been shown to be effective and fine for the baby, but for a time there was some concern about that. Combination with birth control, some concern about that. You had the Johnson & Johnson situation that had some blood clots, but again, blood clots, speaking of birth control, birth control medications cause more blood clots than the vaccine did, and people have used those, women have used those for a long, long time, and have been prescribed by doctors to use them too. So, if you choose not to do it, that's on you, I suppose, at the end of the day. But if you're thinking that you're choosing not to do it because it's unhealthy or unsafe, then that's where I have to push back, because that's not true. It is extremely safe. The design of these things was done years before the mRNA transfer was done for years prior to this particular COVID situation happening. It just so happens that there was no financial or incentive that was out there to finish the work that was being done. The work had been kind of simmering along for a long time. This came along, and obviously that upped the ante tremendously. We had to get stuff done, and then you had to put a lot more money and a lot more time and a lot more effort into it. And they were able to finish off that research more quickly and be able to develop these very quickly. But the work that's done into it has gone on a long, long time. These have been incredibly researched, incredibly tested. There's nothing else to I mean, it's just they have been. So the effectiveness rate, people say 95%. Again, that's what I'm talking about. It's not 95%. It's 99.5% for everybody. It's a hugely effective thing. So the more we all get it, the more we can all kind of go back to doing our thing. And that's great. I hope everyone gets it. I hope everyone gets the vaccine. I would love for that to be the case.
Well, Peter, I hear you. I get what you're saying. And that a lot of people agree with what you're saying. There are people like Edward who see other stuff. They're on some intergalactic Masters of the Universe Green Lantern.
There's some this.
But I have audio of how I took what you said and I interpreted, and I ran it through a translator, and this is what the people who refuse to listen, this is what they hear. But I appreciate your efforts, though, Peter. I appreciate your efforts and what you were saying for the last few minutes, but they ain't hearing it, man. They won't get it, Peter, and that's fine. Just push on, brother. Make sure your tribe.
Yeah, I just don't. I don't
hit up. I'm gonna make sure mine hit up.
Yeah, I don't. No, I'm not gonna do that. We're not gonna do that. I mean,
what we gonna do, Peter? You gonna start kidnapping folks and hitting them up with the vaccine? What you gonna do, man? The man said we're not gonna do that. What are you gonna do, Peter?
No, I'm just saying I'm not gonna just write these folks off.
It is what we're gonna do. Maybe we're gonna get the crew together. We're going to get as many vaccines as we can. We're just going to start, man, get down and lay down.
Blow darts. I'm going to start blow darts on the.
Yeah, hey, I'll see you in 30 days. I'll see you in 30 days, fam. Let me catch you out of these streets in 30 days. I got you. Second dose.
I got dose number 2.
Second dose.
Wait for it. Wait for it.
Coming out of the store. He's coming out of the store.
There he is.
Got him. Gotcha.
Has it been 30 days? Yeah, get him. Oh, yeah, it's night time. Yeah. It's going to take you a time now. It's going to be a rough ride, fam. It's going to be a rough ride for the next 24 hours. It's going to be a rough ride out here in these streets. It's going to take you a time now, man. Lay down.
I'm just saying I'm not writing folks off. I want to have the conversation. I want to deal with people's
Peter, I've written off humanity. Like, what are you talking about? You have to write
I'm not doing it. You always talk about me being negative. You're the most negative person out here. I'm not writing folks off.
We let these idiots back into an arena for the first time in the year, and they're throwing popcorn and bottled water at people. What do you expect out of these people, man?
I'm writing those people.
It's the same people. I guarantee you, them folks ain't got no vaccine. I guarantee you, ain't none of them dudes. I guarantee you, it's the same dude.
I would love to see a Venn diagram of people who threw popcorn and spit on people and vaccinations. I bet it's a circle like this. I bet there's the exact same people.
I guarantee you, all lives matter, and all these people, it's the same dudes. If you did a survey of the people who stormed the Capitol, I guarantee you, ain't anti-vax.
Yeah, I bet the vaccine levels of those are pretty low. I will say that for sure. But pretty low. Oh, all right.
Come on, man!
Let's move.
Join with me, man. Give up on humanity, bro. Stop expecting more out of people, bro, because you're not gonna get it.
I can't, man. I just can't do it.
It's the same people who said that Trump was God's candidate, and there's gonna be God's gonna blow a wind and blow COVID out of here, and all, it's the same people, bro. The same people who said don't take the vaccine because COVID ain't real, and the real killer is in the vaccine. 600,000 deaths later. That's what these people said.
I know.
But the vaccine is what's gonna kill you. Remember, a woman said God told her that. Remember that?
Yeah. Oh, yeah.
And this is some lady was in a church full of black people sit there and said this, and God told me that the COVID ain't real, and the real killer is the vaccine. And this video was all over my Facebook, all in my DM, and all this type of stuff. And 600,000 people later, here we are. I wonder why God didn't warn nobody about COVID coming in 2020. I've always wondered that, like all the prophets.
I appreciate Roger Sherman. I think I break Roger Sherman.
My bad, bro.
on Twitter. Of the Ringer says, respect Sam Darnold's personal choice to throw 4 interceptions. He did his own research on aimlessly floating the ball and made his own decision that affects nobody else. Don't let anyone tell you if interceptions are good or bad. Get all the facts.
Peter, look at what I'm about to retweet.
Okay.
Look at what I'm about to retweet.
Okay. All right,
hey, bro, you snapped out on that one, bro. No, we're not doing that. We're not. We're going to kidnap these dummies. Man, so we go. Hey, you better bring this Johnson & Johnson. You ain't going to get him. You better get that one-hitter quitter, Johnson & Johnson, man.
That's right. We got to work on the J&J.
Come here.
Let's go. Get out of here. Get that vaccine. That's what you meant by blow COVID away. That's what he's talking about right there. I'm going to blow COVID away in a different way.
They need to put the vaccine in those free potatoes they send in the mail. And just
yeah. Maybe they already did.
You won't take the vaccine. You won't take the vaccine, but you're eating mystery potatoes.
You eating mystery potatoes.
It just appeared at the door.
Oh, incredible. Drinking pure grain alcohol and just what are we doing out here?
Oh, man.
All right, we'll come back. Hour number 2 continues. Yeah, God knows what they eat. I don't know. Real Sports Talk, Sports 56, 98.5, 96.1.
Same great shows.
We welcome you back to Sports 56 Middays.
What's up? It's Sports 56 Happy Hour.
A new spot on the FM dial. Check out Sports 56 on our new FM home at 98.5.
I'm Gary York. I'm the service director at Lexus of Memphis. Our service department wants to be more than just a place where you get your oil changed. We do glass repair, windshield replacement, recalibration of your camera and sonar systems, even wheel repair, tire replacement, all the things you would expect from a luxury automotive dealer. Please check out our website. You can schedule your appointment, check out our specials, hours of operation, or if you'd like to do it in person, please reach out to one of our associates at 901-271-5199.
Tired of waiting on your sportsbook? Waiting for deposits and withdrawals? No more waiting with Action 24/7. We're cutting out the middleman. Deposit or withdrawal in cash. Action 24/7 has more than 100 partners in Tennessee for cash deposits and withdrawals. Visit action247.com for a location. Cash deposits and withdrawals from your Tennessee sportsbook. Action247.com. You got action.
Must be 21 or older and in Tennessee. For problem gambling support, call 800-889-9789.
Summer in Memphis is hot and humid. Match that with an inefficient air conditioner, and that equals less comfort inside your home and higher utility bills. Hi, this is Lauren Choate with Choate's Air Conditioning, Heating, and Plumbing. If you're frustrated with your current HVAC system, then let us give you a free estimate to make you and your family more comfortable this summer. Right now, Choates and Carrier are offering 60 months no-interest financing on select Carrier HVAC systems. If you're not ready ready to purchase a new system yet and need Freon to get you through the summer? Then go to our website for our half-off 1 pound of Freon coupon. If your system hasn't received a maintenance yet, Choates is also offering their $20.99 AC tune-up. So turn to the experts with Choates and call 347-8086 today to take advantage of these specials. And remember, Choates, let our family serve your family.
Father's Day is coming up, along with a great Father's Day sale at Frontier Western Store. Join Eli and Sports 56 Broadcasting live from 10 to 1 this Friday at Frontier Western Store. And get ready to shop. Every pair of men's khakis, jeans, and even FR workwear is $5 off. And of course, Frontier has thousands of work and dress boots too. Eli, Sports 56, and you this Friday, 10 to 1 at Frontier Western Store, 5880 Goodman Road in Olive Branch.
Hi folks, Dominic Hu and General Manager here at Sunrise on the Pike. I want to invite you to Sunrise 32nd Anniversary Sale. Are you unable to find the dream car due to the inventory issues? Don't look any further. Come to Sunrise. We have a great selection of new Buicks and GMCs, a $12 million used car inventory, and vehicles arriving daily. That's why Sunrise on the Pike is a place to go. Bad credit, bankruptcy, slow pay, that's okay. Here at Sunrise, we specialize in secondary finance and used cars below $10,000. If you have a job, you're approved at Sunrise, the home of the guaranteed credit approval. See us online at sunriseonthepike.com or in person at 1800 Covington Pike.
Sports 56 traffic.
Nothing new to report on the roadways this morning so far. Just take it easy out on the roadways. Still dealing with early morning traffic and delays. And that's your Sports 56 traffic update.
Welcome back to Sports 56 Mornings with Peter Edmiston and Anthony Sane. Here once again are Pete and Sane.
Here comes the money.
Here we go. Money talk.
Here comes the money.
Oh! Bars! Slaps! Hey, we got to talk about Jay Crowder.
We got to talk about Jay Crowder,
man.
I mean, these women are.
Did I miss
these women are
Jay Crowder giveaway?
Women
The free Jay Crowder giveaway?
Man.
Did I miss the 5 o'clock free crack giveaway? Is anthrax bad?
Jay Crowder.
Did y'all say something about free potatoes?
Jay Crowder. Jay Crowder. All right, so talk about Jay Crowder. You had something to say about Jay Crowder.
I don't think that
Jay Crowder. Jay
I don't think that Senora Shiesty understands this ain't nothing good about Jay, I have to say.
Oh. Uh-oh.
I don't really know what I have to say about Jay Crowder. Well, of course, yesterday Jay Crowder had an altercation with Aaron Gordon. I got a little cousin that looked like Aaron Gordon too, that plays basketball. Anyway.
Big news.
Breaking.
Big news, folks. Breaking news.
My little cousin looks like Aaron Gordon. No, but Jay Crowder yesterday, of course, had an altercation with.
Is this a play cousin or an actual cousin?
No, actual blood cousin.
Okay.
I'll post a picture of my cousin that looks like Jay Crowder. I mean, it looks like Aaron Gordon. But anyway, Jay Crowder, Aaron Gordon had a conversation yesterday. You know how you love a guy when he's with you, but then when he's not with you, you realize, okay, yeah, I see why people don't like this.
Mm-hmm.
Jay Crowder is quite the instigator. I'm like, dude, why are you screwing with Aaron Gordon?
Yeah. He's out there getting just that's what he does.
Just physically like initiating bullcrap with the dude, and then Aaron Gordon, like he's like, no, man, you're not just gonna sit there and just be pushing on me, man. Come on, Jay Crowder. Now I'm not the fake tough guy dude, because I see a lot of people holler out fake tough guy by dudes that I know would bust their face open if they swung on. But like, it's always some dude in Arlington who's sitting on the phone texting about fake tough guys in the NBA. So I don't get into those type of conversations. But Jay, come on.
Uh-oh.
Come on, Jay.
That's Rob Fisher. That's Rob Fisher's play there.
Yeah, Rob got to stop doing that too. Yeah, Rob does do that. Stop it. Stop it, Rob. You don't know nothing about these dudes. For real. I heard somebody call Nate Robinson and nah, man. Like Nate, come on. These dudes come on. I don't do the fake tough guy stuff because you don't know nothing about these dudes. Like y'all ain't gonna say it to their face, so I don't get into all that. But anyway, Jay, come on, man. You just be doing too much. And I rock with Jay. You know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
Any man that can have that much gear on and play basketball You got to give him props.
It's incredible. He really does. He does look like
He's
RoboCop.
mummified.
He's out there just. He looks like a knight from the the medieval times.
There's literally nothing showing on his
He's
body.
in plate armor. He's in plate armor. He's no wonder he's tough. You can start something when you got full armor on, mithril plate.
He's probably
As
my
friends in D&D will know what that means.
Talking about Dinner Down?
No.
No.
Not that D&D.
You remember on Black Panther, how he had that suit where, like, if you hit him with something, like his body absorbs the energy and he can throw it back out?
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
Let me find out what this
That's
was.
Jay Crowder. Yeah. That's Jay Crowder. Yeah. You think Jay Crowder's vaccinated?
Is Jay Crowder back today? No.
You were asking about
He's probably got an equally goofy answer like your boy Sweat with the Redskins.
Oh.
He's probably got an equally goofy. But I'm sure whatever he says, he's gonna make it look sexy as hell when he gives his answer to the press conference. I guarantee you that. His sex appeal is gonna be 1,000.
Crazy.
He's gonna come out. He's gonna put the rings on
with the glasses.
He gonna put the glasses. He's gonna get to talking low.
By the way, I want to give a shout out to our friend Chris who always interacts with us on Twitter. We appreciate that. Chris is a great listener. At Southern Redlegs. She says, people don't understand that viruses infect our world all the time, some worse than others. So advanced research is being done every day to prepare. I was skeptical at first until I read up on the RNA factor within the vaccine. Now I'm fully vaccinated and trying to educate others. See, that's what I'm talking about. That's beautiful. That's the kind of thing I'm saying. She's skeptical. She's like, well, let me just check this thing out. And then she checks it out. She does like her research. She says, okay, yeah, this is good. This is okay. And then she goes and does it. That's, I think I want folks to do that. If you it's okay to be skeptical. I think everyone should be skeptical about everything.
I hear people
but then just do your good faith research. That's what I'm saying.
I hear people talk about the side effects. I'm like, dude, I get it. Enlarged heart, blood clots, whatever. Dude, over 500,000 people are dead because of COVID-19. They shouldn't have to have been dead. Like with everything, there's going to be side effects. There's going to be casualties even. But bro, 500,000 people are dead because of this disease. And you're talking about how many people have had blood clots from this? I don't know.
It's a very, very, very small.
Yeah, I mean, we're talking about like a very small number. I mean, I get it. Side effects, yeah. What are side effects of COVID? COVID taking people out left and right. Was taking people out left and right.
Yeah, do these folks are these folks out here like I mean, do they smoke or drink or do anything like that? I mean, side effects, all that stuff is significantly worse than what we're dealing with here. But
can I finish? How Jay Crowder makes me uncomfortable?
Can I finish? Yeah, you can finish.
Jay Crowder makes me uncomfortable, man. That's one thing about the old locker rooms I don't.
That was what you wanted to finish with?
Explain.
Yeah, why does he make you uncomfortable?
He's just a little bit too sexy for me. I mean, for my own personal comfort level.
Well, he makes you question like your own,
no, not my sexuality.
Situation.
He just makes me uncomfortable in the locker room.
There's nothing wrong with that.
I'm like, bro, why you talking like this? Why you talking low? It's just me. It's just us, bro.
I never thought of him that way. That's interesting that you did.
It didn't dawn on me that stuff happens in the locker room. Typically,
y'all ain't never peeped out. So you don't remember how Jay used to be in the locker room?
I mean, I've been.
Oh yeah, I remember,
like
but I never thought
times.
of it in that sense.
Because the rule is you got to be fully dressed before you talk to us. Right? Before we talk to you, Jay would be like half cocked at like 97% dressed, and so everybody bum rushes him. Then he like gets sexy for like 2 minutes. I'm like, Jay, come on, man. It's all dudes in here. All dudes in Carmen. One Pretty Pearl. It's like it's all
making triplets.
No, but they're always there's women. There were women in there, but he's also he's speaking to a larger audience. He's out there just sending that message out to everybody. Just.
But when I'm
if you're trying to sell underwear, you got to be sexy. He's got that's how this works.
I'm just saying it was just a little bit too much for me, man. Because he would like put his rings on. He had like this huge coat. It's 80 degrees outside. He put this big fur coat on. Then he's like whispering in the mic, like, "Bro, come on, man, I get it, but like I'm in front of you. Like, understand you're speaking to the audience outside of me, but I'm the one who asked you the question."
Yeah, I'm just trying to get out here and
the boss man, Big J.
Boss man, represent.
I'm like, come on, man. Like, do this. Do this for the people, man. Don't do it for me, Jay.
I just want to let all the ladies know out there that I'm just.
And I feel so. He broke out doing that one day. Like, come on, man. What's that for? Because I need someone.
Yeah, it never dawned on me with that because most of the time I'm just
Maybe that's just the way I heard it.
Right. That's what
Yeah,
I
I
was
think it's what you. I think you got some stuff. Yeah, I think you got some stuff going on here. I don't know. I feel like there's a. This sounds like a discussion you might want to have with a therapist or something, just as a kind of a side note.
Props to the boss man,
though. If someone wants to be sexy, that's it. Hey, good for them, man. Get your sexy on, is what I say. That's great. A lot of players out here, just doing that kind of thing. That's fine. Hey, good for them. Good for them.
Oh, man.
That's the way it's supposed to be out there. Oh, man.
What is J. Lou? What did he say?
Oh, he's talking about the joints for jabs.
Oh, I see. He said, you can send links on this thing?
Yeah.
Man, this is dope. I didn't know our text box did
No,
it's
it's not a link. It's just a picture.
Oh, okay.
He said he could send a link if he wanted to, though.
One Pretty Pearl says, I was there for all of it. Rings, glasses, big coat, like we're in Siberia. Lotion, that dangling earring. The man just... His sex appeal is universal, man. You got to give him props.
The lotion aspect is incredible. So a lot of these guys,
he did it on purpose. It was like, bro, it's like he was doing it on purpose, man. Because he would be half cocked. Like I'm dressed enough for y'all to approach me, but y'all can't cut your cameras on. But I'm just gonna get super sexy while y'all are sitting here waiting on me. I was like, bro, come on, man.
Yep. That's Jay Crowder for you, right there.
Props though.
It's not the same. It's not the same now that he's that he's out there just in a regular it's not the same.
He has to come into the Zoom call already ready. He can't be up there, glistening.
No.
Oiled up.
No, it's a whole different it's a whole different situation.
This woman said, right. I was there for all of it.
Yep.
Yeah,
that's it. That's it. No, that's okay. The lotion, the amount of lotion is incredible. Some players put on gallons of lotion. I mean,
oh man,
I'm concerned about the dryness of the skin.
Hey, Peter,
it's a big issue.
That's what we do, man. Cocoa butter, all that.
That's what I'm saying. Cocoa butter's great. Shea butter, wonderful. Put it on. I remember CJ would always have the gigantic like that yellow shea butter thing about this big.
Yeah.
And would just be what? And I started messing with that stuff. Pretty good, I gotta say. It's not bad.
Yeah.
My elbows get a little dry. I get a little dryness in the elbows, and
it hit different with us, though, man. We hit different.
In the heels, my heels. I need to keep those heels moist.
Oh yeah.
You got the cocoa butter lotion right there.
On deck, that man bring it.
Oh yeah,
oh yeah. To work.
You gotta have it, man. You gotta have it. Look,
I will say, lotion. Male lotion is definitely a race thing for sure. Like I do not know very many white people who I've never in my life experienced any of my white friends ever pulling out lotion at any point in time.
Never.
And using it.
Wow,
and in my black friends all the time when we're talking, just kind of lotioning up in the middle of a conversation, or just happens all the time. I've never once, to my knowledge, any of it. See, Zach's doing it right now. Never once, to my knowledge, that I can remember, ever had a white friend lotion up at any point in time.
Wow, we keep it greasy now.
During the conversation, never once.
Oh yeah, we gotta look like a 10-piece honey hot. Like what J. Lou put out there.
Yeah, glazed. I'm out there just looking glazed out here. And I think that's good self-care. Like I feel like I should use more lotion.
Protect that melanin, man. This melanin ain't cheap. You know, folks killing us over this. You think we just gonna let it just seep out? We gonna keep it locked in, man.
Does it seep out? Does it might get locked in?
Just in case. Hey, we the same people that won't take a vaccine. So.
Hey, man.
We probably think our melanin will seep out. Clearly, we ain't gonna take the vaccine.
And then on top of
it's
that,
one of the things. It's incredible. I love the fact that all the Karens of the world and black folks typically don't get along, but this thing they agree. It's a beautiful. They bring
just like y'all like to say, sports bring us together. The vaccines bring us together. Sharon says. She said, "Man, do you remember the day I was waiting to talk to him?" Yes. The locker room was completely empty. All the media members were gone, and Sharon Brown sat there. I told her I'll walk her to the car. She was in there for an hour waiting on Jay Crowder to get that exclusive.
Will says, "Come on, Peter, got to moisturize. Nobody's trying to look like a piece of old boot leather, ashy elbows and knees. I'm sure.
We gotta do it, man.
I'm saying
my ashy. I do have my elbows. I've naturally pretty moist. That's why it's never. I'm pretty good on that front. But I can always use a little more. I wouldn't be
just like when they first during the middle of the pandemic when we had those first early media calls, and they were like, saying, "Why aren't you showing us your face?" Because I haven't had a haircut in months. We don't do this. We don't pop on here looking crazy.
No.
Except for everybody.
I tell you what else. I got some nice cream for my face that my wife hooked me up with. It's nice.
Hey, was it all natural?
My face out a little bit. Oh yeah.
All right. I see you, man. I see you. I see you. Wink, 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 oink, oink. I hear you.
Little
Yeah.
Got to stay fresh. You know what I mean?
Oh, they're getting your beard nasty, stuff, big.
Hit different.
Hit different. Did it slap? Oh, man.
All right, we'll come back. Hour number 2 continues here. Real Sports Talk, Sports 56, 98.5, 96.1.
Get happy with Sports 56 Happy Hour with Johnny Radio. Weekday afternoons from 1 to 3 on Sports 56, 98.5, and 96.1.
I want to do some bragging rights. Hey, I was just the other day overhearing a conversation with Big Mike, the manager of DeSoto Auto Sales. They've got people buying cars all over the country. North Carolina, South Carolina, Georgia, Alabama, Arkansas, Texas. People from all over the country buy cars at DeSoto Auto Sales in Olive Branch, Mississippi. Why? DeSoto Auto Sales has the most stringent car inspection in America. They get it right the first time. Quality and low mileage, factory warranty on most vehicles. My favorite part is the people who work there. Big Mike, all the employees are professional, friendly, and go that extra mile. Expect as you walk in the door, you're treated like family. DeSoto Auto Sales understands your time matters. We can help you find your dream car and get all the paperwork finished in less than an hour. Come see us at DeSoto Auto Sales and be part of our family. Have a great buying experience every time. 662-890-7184.
The summer of fun is here now at Mario's Pools. Hi, everybody. This is Dave Woloshin from Mario's Pools on Exeter Road. That beautiful pool, well, it just doesn't happen. So call Mario, and his team will be right there to guide you every step of the way if you want to do it yourself, or they'll do it for you. If you need a replacement pool liner, Mario has the best price against all the major competitors, and by the way, the best selection. Call Mario's Pools, easy, 552-3399. That's 552-3399, or just walk in, so easy, in Germantown on Exeter Road. The great thing about Mario is he always takes that extra step. He gets to know you and your pool. He'll do everything he can to make it perfect. Mario's has an A rating with the Better Business Bureau. You can check out the reviews on Facebook. Don't be a slave to your pool. Call Mario Pools today, 552-3399.
Pick it up, guys. Pick it up. At Bowles Builders, demand is through the roof. To keep up, his business needs a stronger foundation.
Cut the saw, all right? Just one sec. Bowles Builders, this is Bow. This weekend? Yeah, we can do it.
Indeed can help him hire the people he needs.
I need Indeed.
Indeed you do. When you sponsor a job, you immediately get your short list of quality candidates whose resumes on Indeed match your job criteria. Visit Indeed.com/credit and get $75 towards your first sponsored job. Terms and conditions apply.
It's time to tee it up at Edwin Watts Golf Shops with these hot items for dads and grads. Featuring the new Callaway Epic Woods and Apex irons with artificial intelligence for faster ball speeds. And don't miss these hot gifts from Bushnell, like the Tour V5 or the Tour V5 Shift with pin seeker technology, or the Wingman with Bluetooth and audible GPS for distance. Swing by Edwin Watts Golf Shops and get custom fit today. Edwin Watts Golf Shops, home of the 90-day satisfaction guarantee, and shop us online at worldwidegolfshops.com.
Welcome back to Sports 56 Mornings with Peter Edmiston and Anthony Sane. Here once again are Pete and Sane.
Hey! Now, hey, since we've been talking conspiracy theories and everything else, I know Sane loves a good conspiracy theory.
Yeah, sure.
And I've tried to help folks understand proportionality bias and how conspiracy theories, that's how they get started and all that stuff. I'm trying to help folks. That's what I do. But since you're in that mood, since we're in that frame of mind, we've been talking about it a lot.
Oh, yeah.
Let me give you one more. From in the world of baseball, New York Mets first baseman Pete Alonso said that he thinks that Major League Baseball is manipulating baseballs year in and year out depending on the free agency class or guys being in an advanced part of their arbitration.
Huh? I heard about that. What? Say it again.
How about that right there?
But there actually did something happen with the balls or something, huh?
He said that he thinks that the Major League Baseball is changing the baseball on a year-to-year basis based on is the free agency class got more pitchers or more hitters in it. Mm-hmm. He said in 2019 there was a huge class of free agent pitchers, and then that's quote-unquote the juice balls. And then so in 2019 with all the free agent pitchers, he said the home runs went up a lot, which helped to, he thinks deflate the value of pitchers on the open market. Mm-hmm. And then 2020 was a strange year with the COVID season. But now that we're back to playing in a regular season with a ton of shortstops or position players that are going to be paid a lot of money, like high caliber players, I mean, yeah, that's not a coincidence. It's definitely something that they do. He said the MLB informed teams that they plan to slightly deaden the baseballs for this season following a years-long surge in home runs. He also said that he thinks that all the sticky stuff that pitchers are using that MLB is about to crack down on, insanely sticky stuff, he says it's fine. He doesn't care what they use because I don't want a 99-mile-per-hour fastball slipping out of a guy's hand and hitting me in the face, as happened with a player, Kevin Pillar, not too long ago. He said maybe if the MLB didn't change the baseballs, guys wouldn't have to use as much sticky stuff out there. So, the accusation is that pitchers are using sticky stuff to get more spin on the ball, which allows the ball to move up and down in an unnatural way and makes the ball harder to hit. A lot of players are saying that the ball is very, very difficult to hit now because guys are spinning it.
And this reminds me of some codes they used to put in on RBI baseball on the Super Nintendo where you could affect those type of things. When you hit the ball, to go, woo!
The RBI baseball, I'm
several cheat codes.
Good.
Yeah,
extremely good at RBI baseball. You would not have a chance against me.
I remember when Pace from Bases Loaded on the Nintendo was a free agent. Remember the season he had 60 home runs. You remember that?
Yeah. Oh, Jim Rice from RBI baseball, incredible, just killing it every time. In Kunsko, they couldn't put the real name in. They took the vowels out, so Canseco became Kunsko.
Right.
Kunsko was incredible. Kunsko could just, he could knock the cover out of the ball.
Yeah.
How about this? This is a big time guy.
I'm not gonna say I don't
comes out
that.
And says that MLB is manipulating. This is like Steph Curry saying, the NBA's deflated the balls a little bit, and because they don't want guys to have as many dribble moves. They're like, what? This is some serious conspiracy theory stuff.
The metal rims with the magnets in the ball that they control.
Yeah, the rims are magnetized, and there's a small magnet in the ball that allows some rims are friendlier than others, and there's a 5G antenna in the rim that allows the ball to be a tracking device. Yeah.
Just waiting for
the guys the league is taking the DNA and fingerprints from the ball from each of the players and using that to extrapolate where they are and where they've been, and this is what we're talking. This is where we are right now.
Yeah. Why not? Why can't that be true? Have you seen Space Jam 2?
Not yet.
Actually, no one has.
I was like, if you have, then I'm sure some people have.
But shout out to LeBron wearing the shoes that look like the Aldi's logo.
Oh boy!
Have you seen the shoe?
Design. Yeah, I've seen the shoe.
It look like the Aldi's logo.
I don't. That didn't do anything for me, man. Just didn't. I don't get the. Doesn't do anything for me at all. Also, LeBron is changing his number, by the way, to
number 6.
Going back to and it just so happens that he's wearing 6 in Space Jam 2. I mean, what are we doing out here? Come on, guys.
It's just turned to a whole commercial.
It's making it harder and harder for me to like LeBron. It really is.
And then he does it. He announced it after the season's over on the day the NBA comes out.
Exactly. Yeah.
LeBron is turning into that dude.
He is turning into that dude, man.
I used to talk about how Kobe Bryant used to idolize Michael Jordan, but he wanted to emulate the worst parts of Michael Jordan. Like, you know what I mean? And LeBron has started to turn into that dude too, because people, Michael Jordan announced that The Last Dance was coming out the day that LeBron James he released that stuff to the NBA the day that LeBron James beat the Warriors, when that 3-1 comeback. So LeBron's turning to that dude now. See, but yeah, sometimes you become what you hate, man. You become your rivals. You become the ghost that you chase.
I don't know, man. I don't know. It's disappointing, man. It's just disappointing.
A guy on Facebook said that's the closest to the number 6 that LeBron will ever get. Is having it on his jersey.
6 rings.
Yeah, 6 rings. LeBron. At one time, I was like, "Yeah, man, LeBron's gonna be on cruise control. He's gonna get 6 rings." I don't know now. I don't know. Laker fans.
Because what? He's been to the finals 8 times?
10
times?
Yeah,
I think so. Yeah.
Because Laker fans think that they're gonna trade Kyle Kuzma and quote unquote whatever else they want for Dame. And keep
and Zach, just real quick before we take this break. Zach out here tweeting. Somebody says oatmeal raisin cookies are top tier. Let's not argue. Zach says facts 100, and I tweeted hell no.
I can tell you why.
Spitting, man.
I can tell you why.
And by the way, you know who just liked that tweet?
Who?
Pete Pranica, Grizzlies voice. Pete Pranica liked my hell no tweet.
Man,
he understands. He gets it. Oatmeal raisin is trash.
I can tell you why I agree after the break.
Absolute
Oatmeal
trash.
raisin cookies are different.
I will tell you why they hit different after the break.
Yeah, they're different because they're terrible.
No,
they're
different
than good
as
cookies.
in they're good. They're
different than good
in
cookies.
A tier
You're right.
Of their own.
Yeah, the trash tier, the garbage, the garbage tier.
I'm gonna tell y'all why after the break. Just wait for it. I'm gonna tell you why.
I'm gonna tell you, and I'm gonna tell you this too. My children, both of my children will say they love. Kids will say they don't want cookies. If I offer them oatmeal raisin cookies, they'll say no, thank you. What child would say no to a cookie?
Zach.
They'll say no to oatmeal raisin.
What type of cookies you giving them, man?
Every time.
You can't. Like kids. Kids could tell a difference whether a cookie is good or not.
Exactly, because they're bad. Oatmeal raisin. They know the cookie. That's terrible. They agree.
And that's why I said, what type of
I thought you were going to give me a good cookie.
What type of cookies are you serving to your kids? What type of oatmeal raisin cookies are you serving? Because I promise you, I can find better oatmeal raisin cookies than what you're giving.
My kid will eat a chocolate chip cookie that's been rolled around the floor and the dog is licked. It doesn't matter. They'll eat that all day long. They won't touch a beautifully fresh cooked oatmeal raisin cookie. Throw it away. Oatmeal raisin. Good God. What are we doing out here? Hour number 3 on the way. Dustin Starr is going to join us. He probably doesn't like oatmeal raisin cookies either, rightfully so. We'll talk about that when we continue here. Real Sports Talk, Sports 56, 98.5, 96.1.
Welcome to Triumph Auto Sales, where you'll have a great car buying experience. Triumph Auto Sales is your #1 source of quality pre-owned vehicles ranging from lease returns to new car trades, all at huge savings. Plus, Triumph has a full array of financing options to meet your needs. Find your next car online at triumphautosales.com or stop in today at 4875 Elmore Road. Triumph Auto Sales will help you get the vehicle you want at the price you need and the service you deserve. For a great car and a great experience from a local and family-owned business, visit Triumph Auto Sales.
Hey, sports fans, if you're looking for auto body work for your car or truck, 3A Collision in Bartlett has you covered. We are factory certified with 13 different manufacturers, including GM, Ford, Dodge, Chrysler, Jeep, Ram, Infiniti, Nissan, Acura, Honda, Hyundai, Kia, and Fiat. We're the only GM certified collision repair shop in the greater Memphis area. 3A Collision is proud to be voted Memphis Best Collision Repair by the Commercial Appeal 3 years in a row. 3A Collision specializes in performing proper repairs using specific manufacturer guidelines. We're a locally family-owned business, and we genuinely care about the well-being of our customers. Certified repairs are safe repairs. Why trust anyone but the best? At 3A Collision, no need for an appointment. We always have trained and courteous estimators available for you. 7:30 a.m. to 5 p.m. Monday through Friday. At 3A Collision, we're all about the best customer service and quality of our workmanship. 3A Collision, 6420 Summer Avenue.
AC trouble? Call Air Doctors of Memphis, 901-598-HVAC. Owner Matt Davis is a third-generation full-service air conditioning specialist. Air Doctors of Memphis services all major brands, and labor and parts are guaranteed 100%. Their yearly AC checkup is only $60. Then this year, Air Doctors is the official HVAC contractor for St. Jude Dream House. Air Doctors installed the St. Jude Dream House new Train high-efficiency equipment. Get your service from the best. AirDoctorsOfMemphis.com. Call 901-598-HVAC.
Mount Moriah Auto Sales. What sets them apart? Great selection, quality, high-end to low-end cars, and low mileage. Mount Moriah Auto Sales is under new management. Ask for Emmett or Steven. Check out their great selection of cars or trucks. Choose from Dodges, Jeeps, Fords, GMCs, Infinitis, Porsches, Range Rovers, Lexus, Mercedes, BMWs, even Bentleys. Mount Moriah Auto Sales also has a great service department with 12 bays for everything from oil changes to alignment to new tires. Go to MountMoriahAutoSales.com. Pick out your like new car or truck today. Mount Moriah Auto Sales, right on the corner and right on the price.
Do you know one of the best things you can do for your employees or family's health? Provide Arctic Clear bottled water. Arctic Clear bottled water is your locally owned and operated bottled water provider. Arctic Clear is 100% natural spring water with free delivery and setup, dependable service, and no long-term contracts. What an easy choice. Call Jeff Manus today, 901-382-2363, or visit arctic-clear.com. Arctic Clear bottled water. Call now, 382-2363. That's 382-2363.
If you're going on vacation, making a college campus visit, or if business takes you out of town, there's just no better place to board your dog than Barks and Recreation, 965 Reddick Cove between Bud Davis Cadillac and the Blue Plate Cafe in East Memphis. Boarding, daycare, grooming, we have the best of everything at Barks. Indoor-outdoor kennels so your family member can go in and out as they please. Indoor and outdoor play areas. 4 walks a day, group play, and individual attention from the best staff in the Mid-South, which includes an overnight staff to ensure the safety and comfort of your pet 24 hours a day. All reasons to choose Barks and Recreation above all other boarding and daycare facilities. BarksDaycare.com or 509-0909. Check us out and make your reservations now at BarksDaycare.com. If your dog could speak, he'd say Barks.
We are Sports 56 WHBQ Memphis, W253DF Memphis, and WIVG Tunica Memphis. Flynn Broadcasting Stations. Sports 56 traffic.
No accidents to report on the roadways so far this morning. We're just dealing with a lot of delays across the city of Memphis. So no accidents to report. So keep it right here. Hour number 3. This is your Sports 56 traffic update.
Welcome back to Sports 56 Mornings with Peter Edmiston and Anthony Sane. This hour of Sports 56 Mornings is brought to you by Acura of Memphis. Here once again are Pete and Sane.
Yeah. Welcome back. Hour number 3. Let's go. How you doing out there?
Who?
Anthony Sane, how you doing?
Man, tired. I'm good, though.
Zach Boyd, how you doing?
I think I found the key to better sleep, too, Peter.
You did?
Yep.
What's that?
I think I found it. I've kind of been doing research on what makes me sleep better, like how I feel in the morning based on what I did the night before.
Interesting.
I have TMJ.
Okay.
I don't know if I've talked about that before. Give me
The guy from the Grizzlies? He's great.
Play me some sad.
You mean you got him like, is he smile and wave? Is that what we're talking about?
No, that's BLJ. But I have TMJ in my jaw. It's real jacked up.
It's more like TMI if you ask me.
Yeah.
But anyway, go ahead.
But I noticed that I sleep. I seem like I feel more rested when I wear my mouth guard. That prevents me from clenching my mouth at night.
Why would you not wear it on a regular basis?
I don't know. I think I need to keep that joint locked in because it seems like I wake up more rested. Since like I sleep straight through the night with it.
I would if I were you.
I feel like I'm imprisoned by TMJ sometimes.
What is TMJ?
It's like when your muscles in your jaw are like super tight for no reason.
So like a lockjaw type of thing, right?
Yeah. It's your temporomandibular joint.
See, it's always Peter who just goes there.
I don't know the technical term to it, so
Well, I just
You
told
ever,
you.
you ever just been in the room with me, Zach?
That's
and
what it is.
Like, you hear me like popping my jaw? You ever see me do that?
No. That sounds painful, but no.
Ever since I can remember, I've been popping my jaw, popping my jaw, popping my jaw. Ever since I can remember, I've been sleeping on these. Well, I can't.
Because I bought all. You can buy all these mouth guards at like Walgreens or whatever, where you boil it and it's like whatever. But somebody was like, "Quit buying those. Those are crap." They was like, "Go get a hockey mouth guard, like an athletic, thick, super thick mouth guard." And those are bomb. Like it really makes me feel better when I wear it, like a sports guard.
That's beautiful.
Oh yeah, love it.
I'm excited about that. I think that's fantastic. And I'm glad that you're feeling better.
Yeah, seems like I sleep better when I have my mouth guard in. But
TJ.
back to this oatmeal cookie thing. Let's talk about this.
BLJ, either one. I mean,
smile
whichever.
and wave.
Oatmeal raisin cookies are trash.
But
Zach.
you have to give it props though. I agree. I do agree that oatmeal cookies are trash. But any cookie that can impersonate a chocolate chip cookie as well as oatmeal cookies do, you have to give it props. Have to. It's a trash cookie. How many times have you been somewhere and mistaken?
Mistaken?
I think that's mistaken is the right word. Yeah, I think that's right.
Mistaken mistook. Yeah.
Miss
who?
Uh-huh.
How many times
Miss
have you
new booty?
Right. I know. I can't afford to stop. No, but for real though. How many times have you mistaken a oatmeal cookie for a chocolate chip cookie?
Yeah, that makes me hate him more because
But you gotta give him props for that, man.
I'm there. No, I'm not have to give him props for that. I ain't giving him props for nothing.
I'm just gonna sit right here and just look real chocolate chippy, real fast.
Yeah.
How
I'm
can you
gonna
not
make
give
you
him
think.
props
I'm gonna make you think this is a chocolate chip cookie, and then you bite into it, and you're like,
Oh,
oh,
it's trash.
How can you not tell the difference, though?
Oh,
And raisins are so trash. Man. Raisins are like.
But how can you? But
raisins taste like you're biting into a roach or something.
You
ever been in a roach?
No, but I can
Right.
imagine.
Like-
I can imagine what it tastes like. Probably tastes something like biting into a raisin.
I bet it tastes better than. I bet raisins taste better. Than
You had a roach before, say?
No. And from the hood, man, ain't no telling. Probably have. Eating Raisin Bran with roaches and got into the cabinet, you know.
That's Roach Brand. That's different.
Who knows, you know?
Roach Brand is you don't want any part of that. I promise you that. Hour number 3
I remember my mom
continues
bought
here.
some rice-a-roni from a store in the hood one time, and she cooking that rice. The rice started moving. Like, that ain't rice.
That's Liceroni. That's
Man,
a
what?
different. You don't want Miceroni's not so good either.
For real, the rice started moving.
We'll talk more about this stuff, I think. Coming up, our good friend Dustin Starr joins us now, of course, from the world of professional wrestling, championship wrestling from Memphis, the Wrestle Center, and you're doing now the Redbirds MC, MC over FedEx Forum for the Grizzlies, Memphis 901 FC, and a whole lot more. Dustin Starr, what's up, man? How are you?
Hey, good morning, guys. I love to talk about anything and everything that you guys want to talk to on this lovely Thursday, except for food that moves. I don't like the way that
exactly
sounds.
right. That's exactly. Yeah, I agree with you.
Sound good.
How do you feel about oatmeal raisin cookies, Dustin? When you're on your cheat days, I know Dustin's a very disciplined eater, but you know.
You know, I don't think you're going to agree with me on this because I'm going to tell you right here, right now, that oatmeal cookies are absolutely not trash.
Thank you.
They're not trash. They're delicious. Now, I will say I'm not a huge fan of raisins, especially by themselves. But if you put raisin inside of an oatmeal cookie, I'm here for that. That's pretty good. You guys are crazy.
Yeah, I won this debate. I got Dustin Starr on my side, so we can just end it there. We just end it there.
It's over.
Over.
Cookies. Now, what about an oatmeal cream pie?
Fire.
Yes.
Fire, the OG. The
Oh, my
OG.
God.
Yeah. Oh, double decker oatmeal cream pie is.
Man, who you
I told the story about how I smuggled one of those in to eat on the occasion of the birth of my first child. That was my celebratory oatmeal double decker oatmeal cream pie. It was
There you go.
Special. It was a special situation right there. Dustin Starr, how in the world are you, buddy? And more importantly, how are things with Championship Wrestling from Memphis?
Things are awesome, man. Busier than ever. You mentioned the Redbirds. We got Redbirds game tonight. We had doubleheader yesterday, and then we've got our next TV taping for Memphis Wrestling on Sunday at 2:00. Now, this is a big one, guys. we've been really busy just building the women's division roster. And if you go check our accounts at CW30 Wrestling on social media, you'll see, man, we've got Ruby Rays, CC Chanel, Rebel Kell, Diana Taylor, Nikki Lane, and some of those names you may be familiar with and some of them you might not. You have to tune in to take a look. But this Sunday is the taping where we will crown not only our first ever Memphis Wrestling Women's Champion, but the first ever Memphis Wrestling Women's Champion. So that'll all take place at this Sunday's TV taping. The commercial appeal will be on hand. CW30 will be there doing interviews and just doing spotlight pieces. Because this is a big deal. Can you believe we've never, ever had a women's champion in Memphis? But it's true.
That does seem crazy to me. That does seem crazy to me that we've had a lot of very famous, very important women here as wrestlers, as entertainers, as valets, managers, you name it, and for them not to have been honored seems unfair and seems wrong. I'm glad that you're going to right that wrong.
Well, they just didn't have the division ever. Now, I know what people are listening right now, classic Memphis Wrestling fans are saying, Miss Texas, Jackie Moore. Well, Miss Texas could beat us all up at the same time, even to this day. She's a WWE Hall of Famer. She is awesome. If I could have anybody in the world come to our show and hand over the championship, it would be her. So I don't mean any disrespect by any of the ladies that came before in Memphis Wrestling, but there was not a division. There was not a championship belt that they could be awarded. And so that's going to happen coming up on Sunday. And, man, we're looking forward to it. There's a lot of stuff going on. We're putting in 2 big brand-new air conditioners as we speak right now. So it'll be a cool, what do they say at FedEx Forum, a cool 72 degrees inside the wrestling center. So
I bet that thing's pretty tough to I bet that thing's pretty tough to air condition. That's a big space to air condition.
It is, and just where the power is, and of course, there's rules with the building. Whether you go on the roof, you don't go on the roof. Where do you put it? All this kind of stuff. I mean, there's so many details to that I had no idea was like a question. So I've learned a whole lot during this whole process. But we even have a kind of a new stage, so we're continuing to adjust lighting and staging and all that kind of stuff. So you'll see a different look that's coming up on Sunday. A little bit of a different look.
What's been the feedback from everybody thus far after you now that several episodes have aired? The people are seeing the vibe. They're seeing the return of the desk. They're seeing the purpose-built Wrestle Center. They're seeing a little bit of the new iteration of what Memphis Wrestling used to be.
They love it. The feedback that I've gotten has been all positive. Especially it's been a whole different show and a whole different ballgame since we moved to the Wrestle Center. It's just so much brighter, more vibrant. The fans go absolutely crazy. And, where we were before wasn't really there for wrestling. So it was a little bit tougher to, kind of let your hair down and go crazy. But yeah, man, it's just been a totally different show. Everything from not having so many pre-tape promos in the backstage area and doing that all at the desk, which is tough because you got one take. I know it's, TV and it's taped and all that kind of stuff. But if you come out to the desk and you don't have a good promo, that's going on the show, man. People are going to see it. So it's just like Channel 5 back in the day with old Memphis Wrestling. We're as live as we can be at this point, and maybe one day down the road we can do all the way live. But just a lot of excitement, and people are enjoying it, everything from the matches to the promos, but they definitely like the new look of the show. And they feel that it moves very fast. So that's why we say it's the fastest hour in pro wrestling, because when the whole idea is that once you turn it on, you get into it, and then it's over before you know it, because you don't worry about fast-forwarding commercials. You don't worry about, oh, gosh, when is this match going to end, because it's a 3-hour Monday Night Raw or something. We got 60 minutes, 58 minutes and 30 seconds, and it's going to be action-packed the whole time. That's the goal.
Star was watching a video on YouTube yesterday, and he was talking about how much Monday Night Raw has changed. And they said, like, in 93, 94, it's close ago as 93, 94, that Raw was, like, inside of, like, armories and high school gyms and small towns and all these type of things. I was like, what? Like, I just don't remember that era at all. Seems like I always remember Raw being in these big live arenas. They were saying it was pre-taped, and they said they would pre-tape the matches, but the commentary was live, and Vince McMahon would, like, get current events he would talk about current events to make it seem like he would overdo it, trying to make it seem like it was live because he was.
Yeah.
I was like, I don't remember any of that. You know what I mean? Do you remember that era at all, where Monday Night Raw was done on a much smaller scale than how it's done now?
Yeah, it was. Gosh, Peter, what's the name of the place in New York where they did?
It was Manhattan Center.
Manhattan
Center. Yeah, Manhattan Center. Yeah.
But they said even before then, like it was. I remember that era. I remember that very well. But they said
they went for, they had that taping schedule where they would tape 2 weeks in a row. So they did that 1 week would be live, then 1 week would be taped. They would to save money and all that
that's
stuff.
That's a good schedule, by the way, too. If we were able to do one live, one tape, like Corey Macklin did with Memphis Wrestling previously, that would be perfect. I would love that.
Wait, what? That happened?
Yeah.
So on Memphis Wrestling, they would do one live, and then we'd stick around and we'd tape another one. So that would be on the air the next week. You stay very, very, very current in current events, whether it's Grizzlies going to the playoffs, a crack in the bridge, whatever is going on in the world at that time.
Crackhead
Memphis
outside
Wrestling,
the arena, whatever it may be.
But Memphis Wrestling was always good at the heels, like Jimmy Blaylock, incorporating that into his promos because it makes it even more Memphis. But when you try to do multiple shows ahead and trying to stay current with current events during your commentary, it can become a little bit confusing with all the dates running together. Because a lot of times we're taping 3 to 4 weeks out, that we already have in the can the next 3 weeks.
Well, you just have to. I mean, yeah, it's a budgetary thing. It's a timing thing. It's,
sure.
You have to get the equipment. Like it's hard to incorporate all that stuff. But it would be nice to do. There's definitely a feel of live that is hard to fully replicate. But it's also just really hard to do. It's a very expensive process. To be honest, it's very expensive, and it's hard to get everything organized. All the amount of work that has to be done to get everybody on the same page is just logistically it's tough, man. I wouldn't envy you one bit trying to get that sort of thing together.
Yeah, shout out to 85 Creative. They do a great job. Mark King, those guys, they do a lot of work with all the Memphis sports around here. And I think here in the next
Mark's the best. 12, I love Mark. Mark's the best.
Mark's great. His team too. I work with those guys inside a cage. I work with them at FedEx Forum, the whole thing. But here in the next 12 to 24 months, we're really hoping that when you think of basketball, it's Grizzlies and Tigers. When you think of baseball in Memphis, it's the Redbirds. Soccer's 901 FC. And when you mention wrestling, we want it to be Championship Wrestling from Memphis. So that's our goal, is to be that front runner here in Memphis with the television show. And I think we've got all the tools and pieces in place. Now we just got to keep grinding, baby. We've got a lot of events coming up on. Yeah, Sunday we've got our live TV taping. Then next Saturday, June the 19th, is when we do our first ever Memphis Wrestling Saturday night. And then on June 26th, we've got Hornswoggle coming into town in Hernando for a big free event. Yeah, at Commerce Street Market, 2 p.m. bell time. So that'll be a lot of fun. So we've got more and more dates coming up. And so you guys can get your tickets at championshipwrestlingmemphis.com. There are still tickets for this Sunday as well. So we're looking forward to having a good taping and also do some other live events that are non-televised. Now, I don't know if you guys saw this or not, but this guy, Van Vicious, that calls himself Delicious Van Vicious.
Yeah, I like his style.
Just know I won't be calling it at all.
Well,
y'all can go ahead.
He shows up at the desk last week, and he starts hitting on my Maria right in front of me.
Yeah.
Uh-oh.
So you guys pay close attention to that story, because I have a feeling that I might have to come out of that suit pretty soon and lay the smackdown on somebody. That 5-star beatdown. You know what I'm saying?
I mean, listen.
You can't play with wife, man.
I know. That's just completely out of bounds from Van Vicious. That's completely out of bounds. I see the guy. I see what he's going for.
Delicious.
I mean,
calling himself
come
delicious.
On. I mean,
come on.
The guy. Listen, the guy's he's a good-looking guy, good body, the whole thing. But you can't mess with a man's wife. That's not cool. You don't be doing that. That's not.
And there are rumors. I can't give any spoilers, but there are rumors that if there was going to be a match that I was going to participate in, that it could possibly happen on June 19th. That's our Saturday night show. So that's all I'm going to say. I can't give anything else away.
Right.
But I get asked all the time, when are you going to be in action? When are you actually going to be wrestling in Memphis? And it looks like it's coming up very soon, and it'll probably be June the 19th. That's all I can say.
Well, I just want to tell you this. I mean, I know. You know, we all got things we got to do here, Dustin. We all got stuff that's going on. You got the show that you got to run. You're running all kinds of stuff, but you know, for real, like you got your Maria there, and you know, listen, she's a beautiful woman. She's been in the business. She understands how it works, but. I mean, we've all seen this stuff, man. You know, go back to the lovely Miss Elizabeth and Macho Man. You can go to, you know, Sherry Martel, and I know it's got to be tough for you, Dustin, because I know that you're, you know, I'm sure a lot of the gentlemen in that locker room, you know, they probably say, look, hey, if she should be with me, and all. I know that's got to be tough for you, man.
Oh boy. Well, hey, you know what? Honestly, as I was getting angry at the desk, Maria was like, hey, I'm kind of flattered. I had a baby 7 months ago. This is pretty cool. Way to stir the pot, Maria. Jeez.
Come on, Maria. Come on now.
Yeah, no,
come
but
on
she
now.
was serious. She was like, oh, man, yeah. I think she said it on commentary. I had a baby 7 months ago. I'm flattered.
All right, now you see. I mean, you got to come on. You got to defend this. I love it. It's a tried and true. But this guy, I got to tell you, I'm getting some, you know, a little Mr. Perfect vibe from him, which I like. That's a good vibe to get. I like that vibe. I'm telling you.
What's that movie? He says, I ain't ever calling a grown ass man delicious.
That was Kings of Comedy.
There you go.
Yeah, there you go. That's right.
That was who said that? Who was crap, man? Which one of the
Which of the
comedians
Kings? Bernie Mac?
No.
Oh man, I gotta tell
D.L.
you
Hughley?
No.
The first pair of wrestling tights that I ever had delicious written on the back of them. Because
Cedric
20
the
years
Entertainer.
ago, Cedric the Entertainer, who I did a spot with on Raw, by the way. He was a really cool guy. But I had delicious written on the back of my tights as a good guy. And I just started. I wanted to be delicious Dustin Starr. And the people were booing me. I'm like, guys, why are they booing me? I'm like, you got delicious on your tights. What do you mean, why are they booing you?
Yeah,
and I was like, what?
You got delicious written on your butt cheeks. That's not probably something that's yeah. Well, I mean, listen, hey,
you don't really hear
that. I remember when it was Scott Steiner and Buff Bagwell were Vicious and Delicious. I think was was their tag team. So
that was pretty cool.
Yeah, I think that's a good name for a team. I'm with this thing. I think that is classic, and I'm fully in favor of anybody who wants to call themselves delicious. It's fine by me. I may not necessarily share it with them, but I think I like this guy's style. Dustin, I think you might be in a little bit of trouble here. I'm gonna be honest with you. This guy looks like
come on.
You got some moves here. I don't know, buddy. You might want to be
I
careful.
would never lose this close to Memphis. Are you kidding me?
Hey. I've heard a lot of people say that. Before. I heard Lawler say that a couple times, and next thing you know, he's counting.
Ever watch USWA? How many times did Lawler lose? I'm never losing. I'm kidding.
Hey, man, that's right. He who has the pencil controls the world.
Yeah, buddy.
Dustin Starr, thank you very much. As always, and again, everybody, get your tickets. Go to ChampionshipWrestlingMemphis.com. Get the tickets that are on sale, and you've got the general admission. You got some ringside. You got some VIPs as well. They come with a little extra little something, which is a great situation for everybody to go and check out. Support folks doing fun stuff in town. It's gonna be fantastic. I have to applaud you for that, man, because I think you're bringing it back. It's great to see.
I appreciate it, man. Yep. So we'll see everybody on Sunday. Tickets, ChampionshipWrestlingMemphis.com, and tune in on Saturday because it'll continue to tell those stories. And then those people, then you know this, Peter and Anthony, that if you're there for the live TV taping, you get to see it before it ever hits the airwaves. So you kind of in the know. And we've done a good job at not having a lot of spoilers out there either. So the fans are kind of in the club, like, hey, we know what's going on, but we're not going to tell you about it just yet. So you got to be there.
It is tricky because that used to be back in the day. They would have a similar taping schedule, but there wasn't the proliferation of the internet like this. So, it's nice. Gosh. It's nice that folks have been able to keep it hush, which is nice to see for sure. Great stuff. Appreciate it, and we'll talk again next week. And I can't wait for the news because next week we'll be getting geared up for that big Saturday night event coming up.
Oh yeah! All right. Well, I'll be talking to you guys soon, and I appreciate it.
Sounds good, Dustin.
Have a great Thursday.
He's our good friend Dustin Starr joining us. When we come back, we'll get into a huge night tonight for a certain booty holes. We'll talk about that when we continue here. Real Sports Talk, Sports 56, 98.5, 96.1.
Sports Time with Wallo and Stats. Weekdays from 3 to 6 on Sports 56, 98.5 FM and 96.1 FM.
Brian Elder's Roofing Solutions.
I'm Brian Elder. The great Kimmons Wilson of Holiday Inn had a slogan: the best surprise is no surprise. And that's so true. When I sit at your kitchen table, you're going to understand exactly what I'm going to do to your roof. From the underlayment to the hip shingles and ventilation, the flashing, the wood repairs, the cleanup, the crew safety, the warranty. It's amazing how many customers sign contracts being told none of that stuff. But the best surprise is no surprise. Insurance claims. Talk to your friends. More and more claims are being rejected, and only experienced claims specialists are getting those terrible decisions overturned. So if you don't hire me, please hire someone to manage the process with the experience to see it through. The best surprise is no surprise. 867-0303 or BrianElderRoofing.com.
Call 867-0303. Brian Elder's Roofing Solutions.
Hi, I'm Tito Beveridge, founder and master distiller at Tito's Handmade Vodka. In 1997, I started the first micro distillery in the state of Texas with my dog, Dog Joe, at my side. We're still working with dogs out at the distillery after all these years. Learn more about how dogs are a part of life here at Tito's Handmade Vodka at vodkafordogpeople.com. Tito's Handmade Vodka is made from corn and naturally gluten-free. Cheers. 80 proof Tito's Handmade Vodka, distilled and bottled in Austin, Texas. Tito'sVodka.com.
To remind pet owners that Progressive covers pets in our auto policy at no extra charge, we're making a really cute pet-themed radio commercial. Hear that snoring? 2 sleeping puppies. Oh, they're awake! And they're heading over to that cute chubby baby that's just sitting there. What? Oh, now they're licking his face. Words will never do this justice. You'll just have to picture it.
Get coverage for your pets with an auto policy from Progressive. Progressive Casualty Insurance Company and affiliates. Coverage for cats and dogs included with the purchase of collision coverage and is subject to policy terms.
Cypress View Golf and Recreation in Marion, Arkansas. Cypress View Golf and Recreation is fun for your entire family. Accepting new memberships now. Call about the new intro price. Only $199 per month plus tax. Includes unlimited golf, state-of-the-art new workout room, kiddie pool for the kids, Olympic-sized pool for the entire family to enjoy, and a great pub and steak bar. Cypress View Golf and Recreation has a new golf club with tons of new food items for breakfast and lunch. Choose from Philly steak cheese sandwiches, homemade fresh hand-patted burgers, and Nathan's hot dogs, flatbreads, quesadillas, summer salads, and more. Take advantage of new memberships of unlimited golf, only $199 plus tax. Call Pro Mark today for your new membership at 870-739-6305. Come be a part of a great golf family. Get away from stress at Cypress View, just over the river.
Father's Day is coming up, along with a great Father's Day sale at Frontier Western Store. Join Eli and Sports 56 Broadcasting live from 10 to 1 this Friday at Frontier Western Store. And get ready to shop. Every pair of men's khakis, jeans, and even FR workwear is $5 off. And of course, Frontier has thousands of work and dress boots too. Eli, Sports 56, and you this Friday, 10 to 1 at Frontier Western Store, 5880 Goodman Road in Olive Branch.
Welcome back to Sports 56 Mornings with Peter Edmiston.
Yes, I will be good, I promise.
Co-hosting Sports 56 Mornings is Anthony Sane.
That's great, man.
This hour is brought to you by Acura of Memphis. Now, back to Peter and Anthony.
I'm not like most girls who only take just what they're given, like a plastic little princess. Lucky for me, I'm not like those.
There you go. All right, back with you to continue hour number 3, presented by Acura of Memphis. Pete and Sam with you from the Family Leisure Studios. Oatmeal Raisin Cookie lover Zach Boyd producing the program. Awful stuff. Speaking of awful, Milwaukee Bucks. The oatmeal raisin cookies of the playoffs so far.
They do a great job of looking like chocolate chip.
That's exactly right. You thought they were chocolate chips, but turns out they were oatmeal raisins all along. Oh, boy.
Oh, here's another influencer term. Chocolate chip cookies are what oatmeal cookies thought they were. That's another go-to. Somebody is who somebody thought they were. Jokic is who Marc Gasol thinks he is. Thought he was.
That's exactly right. Well,
There you go.
the Bucks, they are at home. They have to do better, a lot better. They are 3.5-point favorites. So if you want to jump on FanDuel Sportsbook and lay the lumber, you can. But they've got to get things right very, very quickly. They looked absolutely atrocious in Game 2. Got beat 500,000 to nothing, I believe was the score. They are shooting the ball terribly. They look really, really ordinary. I'll say this. Drew Holiday is kind of looking a lot like Eric Bledsoe out there, and that's not a compliment. They spent 3 first-round picks to try to upgrade that position, and right now at this point that looks exactly the same as before. Anthony Sane, I don't know. To me, this is it's all well and good to try your best and all this stuff. It's all well and good to want to be better, do all the things, work on all this stuff. But when you come down to it and you've got to play a team like the Nets that have the kind of offensive firepower that they've got, you can't let. I mean, it's if Kevin Durant hits a bunch of shots, hey, that's Kevin Durant. If Kyrie Irving makes a bunch of plays, it's Kyrie Irving. But they got Joe Harris making shots on him. They got Mike James making shots on him right now. Yeah, exactly. And that's your problem. You want to contain the Nets, you better not let those other dudes be hurting you. And those are the guys that are killing them right now.
Yeah, the Bucks, I'm going to give you 2 ways to look at it, man. The Bucks went out, they got P.J. Tucker, they got who else did they get in the offseason? Added Jeff Teague. It's another big signing they had. Drew Holiday, of course. They signed somebody. Who was it, man?
Bryn Forbes.
Nah. I'm thinking about Drew Holiday. Anyway, the Bucks did things to try to make their team ready for the playoffs, to get past, to get to the conference finals, get to the finals, whatever.
Mm-hmm.
And it didn't work. It's not going to work. They're probably going to get swept, real talk. I talked about this with the whole Portland situation as well. But that's fine, man. Like, the alternative is being like a team that's horrible in the East. Because if Giannis had left, this team would have been trash. They've been trading Chris Middleton, blowing it up, etc., barely standing. You'd be talking about, let's get this team to Vegas or let's get this team to wherever. They're not there, man. You know what I mean? Like, I think it's okay to just be this. Like, we want to blow stuff up too fast, bro. You know what I mean? Like, and everybody's not going to win a championship. It's just going to be one. And I think it's okay to be a team that's a good-ass regular season team, bro. And it has fans who care and get Buck, and Buck stops here and all of it. You know what I mean? Like, I think that ring culture has kind of ruined the fun of the NBA. Like, I think it's okay
I agree
to
with
be.
that. Yeah,
I think
I
it's
agree with
okay
that.
to be the Milwaukee Bucks, bro. You know what I mean? You got one of the better
Well,
players on your team.
I don't I'm not going to agree with that, but I do think the ring culture has definitely. I've talked about this a lot because a lot of people have said that, my thought about building a statue for the core four and Lionel Hollins and putting it outside is silly because they didn't win anything. They only got to the Western Conference Finals, blah blah blah. But if that's the only thing, the only thing that you judge your sports fandom on is merely winning championships, then there are 99% of teams out there are going to be miserable, and you're going to have a bad season.
Mm-hmm.
And that can't be the only way. That can't be the only way that you judge this stuff, or you're going to be miserable in your personal life. So think of another way to do it. What's the other way that you can do it? Well, think about the fun that you had. Think about the memories. Think about the things that they've accomplished. Think about what, from Milwaukee's standpoint, though, I don't think that necessarily applies anymore. I think early on that applied, but when they pushed all the chips in to not only keep Giannis, but then go get Drew Holiday, Chris Middleton, and they did all that in spite of the fact that they made a huge, the tactical decision that they made with Malcolm Brogdon letting him go was a bad one, and they tried to kind of undo that. And in undoing that, they pushed all their chips in the table. So at that point, now you can't have fun. because you've pushed all your chips on the table. You know, and the fans know if this doesn't work, what is the alternative? I mean, they don't have picks. They don't have any. I mean, this is it. This is all they got. So that isn't fun. You know, like the core four, you would think, well, look, you know, it's run its course. It's over. You know, we'll start over and start fresh. This at Milwaukee, if they start fresh, that's going to be a long, painful situation. And maybe some fans would like that. Maybe some fans would be okay with that. I don't know. But for me, I think it's a little bit different than your standard situation. Although I agree with the premise of that you need to just have fun with it and not worry about. You know, I agree
I'm not
with
gonna
that.
get in and just shame the Bucks for like whatever, man. I mean, they're fine.
Yeah. No, it drives me crazy. It drives me crazy when people, you know, freak out about that kind of stuff. Yeah,
we gotta get Giannis out of there. Why, man? Like, I mean, why? Why? Like, they're fine. Like, I mean, they got killed by a team that may go down as one of the better teams ever by the time we get done talking about them. I mean, so
yeah, 5 of the 10 top players on one team, man. Basically.
I ain't gonna say 5, but
I mean 3. Excuse me, three of the top 10. Excuse me.
They've got some of the most iconic names of the last 10, 15 years on that roster right now.
Yeah.
Where you want to go Blake Griffin and, you know, LaMarcus Aldridge was on the I mean, come on, man. Team's incredible.
Agreed. So what do you think? You think it's done? Do you think it's a sweep?
They're gonna get swept.
Oof. Man, if they get swept, Mike Budenholzer is going to be fired.
I think he's gonna get fired anyway.
He very well might. But
Maybe Taylor Jenkins can give him a job on his bench.
Maybe the Bucks try to hire Taylor Jenkins.
Maybe the Tigers can hire him as an assistant coach.
Oh, baby.
But can we talk about this? When are we talking about this Larry Brown thing? This is like preposterous. When are we going to talk about this?
Feel free.
Like, are we really about to hire an 81-year-old man to be an assistant coach? To do what? I mean, there's no way he's actually going to be like assistant coach Larry Brown. He's going to be some type of on-staff advisor with that title. There's no way he's actually an assistant coach by definition. No way. He's 81 years old. Like, why are we talking about this?
It's very strange.
And it's the real thing. Like, shout out to Penny. That's my guy. But I think people are just kind of making too big of a deal about this. Like, I don't think Larry Brown is going to be like real like assistant coach. He'll just be kind of a guy that's there.
What do you mean?
There's no way he's doing the actual duties of an assistant coach.
Like, in what sense?
He's not going to be doing grunt work. He's not going to be getting up early running practice. He's not going to be checking on kids, making sure they're in school, making sure he's not going to be doing paperwork and doing things that position requires you to do. He's not doing that. He's going to show up to games.
Yeah, but if he consults and creates X's and O's that are better, isn't that the point of it? I mean, like, you've got other guys that you feel does Penny feel as though he needs tons of help? Doesn't he feel like he can finish the job in recruiting? All that stuff. Cool. What does he need?
I mean, he's 81 years old.
He is old.
Is anyone worried
he's
about
very
his health?
I mean, my dad's 81 years old. He's doing all right.
Your dad ain't the coach of the University of Memphis, either. Assistant coach.
He could be.
I just think it's weird. Like, it's weird that people are making a big deal out of it.
It is weird,
like, bro.
It is weird. It is weird. I don't understand it. As far as, like, I feel like there's got to be somebody better.
Hey, we said Penny needs an experienced coach on this bench, and he was going all in.
I mean, that is the Methuselah level experience for sure. But I'm just I don't know. It's fine. I can't get worked up. He's at the NCAA stuff that, like, that was a concern like 5 years ago. Nowadays it doesn't even matter. The NCAA, who knows what that's even going to look like. I mean, Memphis has still got their whole situation that's the IARP thing that's somewhere sitting out there being discussed. Theoretical, James Wiseman sanctions still sitting out there. So what do they care if Larry Brown's got a track record with the NCAA? What does that matter?
Yeah, of course. Who cares? Who cares about that? Who cares?
The whole point of this assistant coach hiring would be to bolster the X's and O's factor. I mean, that's what he's going to do.
Yeah.
And I mean, look, if you're recruiting over Zoom, then what you need to go and jump on a Zoom call, be like, "Hey, I'm Larry Brown."
They got other responsibilities, bro. Like assistant coaches have to do other stuff. You just can't show up to the games and be Larry Brown.
No, I get what you're saying, but they obviously would have to change those responsibilities around to accommodate him.
Who's left?
So I mean,
Cody
you'd have other. Yeah, you'd have Cody. I'm sure would have a lot more on his
Faraji
plate.
Phillips.
Faraji Phillips, whoever ends up coming in, all that stuff. I just think they could organize all that stuff. I have no. To me, it doesn't. I don't think it's going to make a huge amount of difference.
Penny needs to hire Larry Brown, Nolan Richardson, see what he's doing. Larry Finch Jr.
Mm-hmm.
Keith Lee.
Jerry Finch.
Yeah. Finch Vanilla Ice Cream. Shout out to Angel Food. Prince Mungo.
No, I think Red Auerbach, Zombie
what's he
Red
doing?
Auerbach would
What's
be
he
out
doing?
there. I think he's fantastic.
Lionel Hollins.
Dr. James Naismith, I think would be a great advisor.
Just great advisor, you know.
The inventor of the game
X's and
itself.
O's.
Who better to know about the
game
X's
may
and
have
O's?
possibly moved past him, though. The game may be a little bit too advanced for Naismith at this point.
I don't know. I don't
Mark
think so. I
Jackson.
think
See what Mark Jackson's doing? Shaq to be the big man coach.
Penny.
Pretty.
Antonio Anderson.
Mark Jackson and Shaq would be.
Is there a limit to how many assistant coaches you can have?
Do what now? How many assistant coaches do you have? You're supposed to have 3.
Mm-hmm.
3 paid. I think you have.
No,
3.
I'm not screwing around with Larry Brown, man.
Yeah, 3 paid assistant coaches.
Not doing this at all, bro. Dude's 81. What if he dies on our watch? How bad would that be?
I mean,
what if one of the kids? What if one of the kids is like out kicking it in a COVID binge, and he comes back and old Larry gets it and he takes him out? I don't know what the vaccine can do.
What are you talking about?
What's this doomsday scenario?
I mean, listen, man. He's
too old. Needs to be at
he's
the house, man. Needs to be in the nursing home somewhere. Dude, come on.
Oh, stop. He's fine.
81 years old, man. What do you think? Man, he's
81
fine.
years old is not. That's the new 51.
Oh, okay.
81's the new 51.
If you're Larry Brown's kids, how dare you let him be around a bunch of 21-year-old kids who might be at the All Black.
Come on, this decision slaps. This is a great.
It hit different.
This decision hit different.
81 is the new 18.
Like Saban about to be 70, man. Like
I hope Larry Brown says that. He's like, "Hey, man, this job offer hit different." I'm like,
yeah.
"Oh,
I just DoorDashed this Pains. This pulled pork sandwich and Pains extra mustard slaw. I just gave my dime piece a 10-piece from Wing Guru.
Oh, man.
No, why are we screwing around with Larry Brown, man? It's preposterous. Like that.
That's just Todd Day would be a great hire for real. Yeah,
that's fine. Yeah, it's fine. That's fine. It's a guy Penny trusts. He's got whatever. It's a college assistant coach. It ain't that big of a decision. He knows the kids. He knows how to reach these kids. Whatever. It's fine.
Yeah. I think that's right.
Former player.
We'll come back. Think about it. You're anti Larry Brown.
Nah, it's good. I mean, I'm like don't care Larry, but like it hit different 3 years ago. But it's kind of it's stupid. It's a stupid debate. Like, what are we doing, man? Larry Brown, really?
Okay, we'll talk about it when we come back. Real Sports Talk, Sports 56, 98.5, 96.1.
We are Sports 56 WHBQ. Listen to us daily on AM 560, 98.5 FM, and 96.1 FM.
I want to do some bragging rights. Hey, I was just the other day overhearing a conversation with Big Mike, the manager of DeSoto Auto Sales. They've got people buying cars all over the country. North Carolina, South Carolina, Georgia, Alabama, Arkansas, Texas. People from all over the country buy cars at DeSoto Auto Sales in Olive Branch, Mississippi. Why? DeSoto Auto Sales has the most stringent car inspection in America. They get it right the first time. Quality and low mileage, factory warranty on most vehicles. My favorite part is the people who work there. Big Mike, all the employees are professional, friendly, and go that extra mile. Expect as you walk in the door, you're treated like family. DeSoto Auto Sales understands your time matters. We can help you find your dream car and get all the paperwork finished in less than an hour. Come see us at DeSoto Auto Sales and be part of our family. Have a great buying experience every time. 662-890-7184.
Did you know nearly 40% of men under 40 and over 75% of men over the age of 40 experience sexual performance concerns? At the Memphis Men's Clinic, their experienced physician performs a comprehensive evaluation that determines which specific issues may interfere with your sexual performance. These issues can vary and range from anxiety to medical issues, low testosterone, or erectile dysfunction. The Memphis Men's Clinic has evaluated hundreds of men of all ages over the years and reestablished a normal sexual life. The Memphis Men's Clinic will work aggressively to resolve issues and allow you to restore your sexual health and overall well-being. That's the Memphis way. If you're 20 years old or 90 years old, come and get cared for the Memphis way. Treatment that's based on your specific needs after a professional clinical evaluation by their experienced board-certified physician. Call the Memphis Men's Clinic today at 901-443-0475 or visit memphismensclinic.com.
If you're going on vacation, making a college campus visit, or if business takes you out of town, there's just no better place to board your dog than Barks and Recreation, 965 Reddick Cove between Bud Davis Cadillac and the Blue Plate Cafe in East Memphis. Boarding, daycare, grooming, we have the best of everything at Barks. Indoor-outdoor kennels so your family member can go in and out as they please. Indoor and outdoor play areas. 4 walks a day. Group play and individual attention from the best staff in the Mid-South, which includes an overnight staff to ensure the safety and comfort of your pet 24 hours a day. All reasons to choose Barks and Recreation above all other boarding and daycare facilities. BarksDaycare.com or 509-0909. Check us out and make your reservations now at BarksDaycare.com. If your dog could speak, he'd say Barks.
Did you know that feeling sluggish or weighed down could be signs that your digestive system isn't working at its best? But taking Metamucil every day can help. Metamucil supports your daily digestive health using a special plant-based fiber called psyllium. Psyllium works by forming a gel in your digestive system to trap and remove the waste that weighs you down. Metamucil's gelling action also helps to promote heart health and slows down sugar absorption to promote healthy blood sugar levels. Start feeling lighter and more energetic by taking Metamucil every day.
There's a new commissary in town in Collierville. Germantown Commissary is doubling. Yeah, they're still going to have the old Germantown Commissary by the tracks, but now there's a huge new Germantown Commissary in Collierville at Poplar and Houston Levee Road. It's huge, too. There's a drive-through. There's plenty of parking. No telephone pole to get in your way. A cool patio. It's right by the track, so the tradition continues. And this is a tradition that's been around forever. That commissary is famous for hickory-smoked, slow-cooked Memphis-style barbecue. They've got a private party room at the new one in Collierville. Self-catering still continues. Party packs for $5.95. Basically, the great ribs, the great pulled shoulder, the great deviled eggs. Everything is there in Collierville and Germantown now. So there is now a Germantown and Collierville style of barbecue. It's called Germantown Commissary.
Welcome back to Sports 56 Mornings with Peter Edmiston and Anthony Sane. This hour of Sports 56 Mornings is brought to you by Acura of Memphis. Here once again are Pete and Sane.
You know it's been a minute, boy, I've been inside. Yeah, I swear on it all, I'm gonna get it. I'ma go hard, I'ma go hard, I'ma go hard. Let's go. I'ma go hard, I'ma go hard, I'ma go hard.
Yeah. I went hard for my crew.
Put on. Whenever I hear this, I put on part. I can imagine like some country music singers like doing their version of this.
Yeah, there's some crossover there. There's some crossover there. Sometimes it's a surprising amount of crossover, like your guy Kane Brown there.
That's Kane Brown?
No.
Oh, what happened? No. I'm so lost.
I was saying the country rap crossover. There's a hip hop country crossover.
Florida Georgia line. So
exactly, Big and Rich.
Hey, see what you have tonight.
I put on for my city.
I'm the satellite.
I put on for my city.
And I see them flashing lights. It sounds like a country song. Look at Kanye, man.
And it just hit different.
and it slaps.
And your booty is 100, girl.
I just ordered some pains.
Oh, can I get some pickled pig's feet on Grubhub?
Can I get some Hattie's tamales?
Oh man! All right. So as we wrap up things coming up next, it is middays. There's all kinds of stuff. We talked about the Mike Malone comments earlier on about the Nuggets quit. That was very, very rough. Also, we'll talk. I don't want to. I mean, I kind of have to end on a little bit of a down note, but I think it's important that we talk about the situation with Bo Schembechler's son and his father, the legendary coach, Bo Schembechler, former University of Michigan head coach. His son, Matt Schembechler, who's now 62, said that he was sexually molested by the former team doctor Robert Anderson when he was 10 years old. And within a year of when Bo was hired to coach the Wolverines and his family moved to Ann Arbor, Matt said that this happened when he visited the doctor for a sports physical prior to joining the Pee Wee football team. He shared those details with his dad. The coach told him he didn't want to hear it and then got physically violent with both Matt and Matt's mother. So that was the first time he closed fist punched me. He told ESPN, it knocked me all the way across the kitchen. This is a pretty stunning stuff from a guy that has a literal larger than life statue at the University of Michigan, Bo Schembechler, who seemed to allow the abuse that this Dr. Robert Anderson had throughout his time at Michigan. He worked from 1966 through 2003. Working closely with the athletic department. Hundreds of former patients, many of them former Michigan athletes, now say that Anderson sexually abused and harassed them in a variety of ways during the treatment of routine medical issues. So, question I have is if Joe Paterno's statue came down,
this needs to come down.
Shouldn't Bo Schembechler's statue come down today?
We have to stop normalizing assuming that famous people are sports heroes or just famous people in general can't be monsters, because they can be. You know what I mean? Like, if I just think about, like, Gabe came in the car the other day and he said some kids were picking on. Gabe's kind of tall. Gabe's tall for his age, so kids are, older kids in school, they'll test him, but Gabe's still like babyish in certain ways. You know what I mean? So he's upset about something some kids said about him. He gets in the car, he's crying. And I'm like thinking about the protective nature of the title that comes with being his dad. You know what I mean? Because that's part of my job, is to protect him from bad people. And when that's betrayed by a father, man, it's like, I don't even feel comfortable talking about that, man. Like this, I couldn't imagine I couldn't imagine Gabe coming to me about something like that, and me just like, oh, okay,
It makes you sick to your stomach. Like it's awful. But I think it's important I bring this up too because it's very important for folks to realize that sexual abuse is a huge issue when it comes to children in this country. 1 in 3 girls and 1 in 5 boys in this country are sexually abused before the age of 18. Now that's an enormous number, but so much of this is unreported. 90% of the victims know the perpetrator in some way. It's just awful stuff, and so much of it is never reported. So much of it is is not believed, just like this what the Matt Schembechler stuff was not believed or not done anything about, or people know that it's going to be if I do something about this, it's going to create a huge issue. Hey, take care of your kids,
man. And over everything.
And I say this, please pay attention. Please keep an eye on who your kids are talking to on the internet. Because it's 1 in 5 children are solicited sexually while on the internet before the age of 18. You got people YouTube. You got plenty of opportunity to chat in various forms and fashions, and all it takes is for somebody to say the wrong thing at the wrong time, and your kid could be in some danger here. I'm not saying don't let them use the internet or anything like that. I'm just saying keep an eye on what they're doing and pay attention to what they're doing and pay attention to the stories that they tell, because it's such a huge problem in our country that isn't talked about, and so many people are victims. So you're talking about 42 million survivors of sexual abuse in this country. So 42, that's more than likely several people that and interact with on a regular basis have dealt with that in one form or another. So we want to do what we can to prevent that. And when I hear stories like this, it just highlights how important it is to listen to victims, believe them, and please help them. And don't do what these coaches have done for years and just allow this stuff to go on. And it's just an awful, awful thing. And his legacy is forever tarnished.
For sure, yeah. And like you said, like any statues, anything commemorating him needs to be. Can't do that. But there'll definitely be people who defend it. You know that. I mean, I haven't checked the comments anywhere, but I'm sure you'll see a ton of people defending it. So.
I mean, this is why you just mentioned it, and it's so important. I totally agree with it. You can admire coaches, athletes, stars, celebrities, musicians, artists of all stripes, famous people, politicians, whatever. Admire what they do if you want to, but understand that you don't know who they are. You don't know anything about them as people.
Yeah, that's my go-to line, man. Stop acting like you know these dudes. You don't.
You can admire what they do and who they, what sort of a thing that they do, like their performances. You might, this guy's a great singer. This guy's a great artist. This guy's a great football player, baseball player, basketball player. This guy's a great, whatever it may be.
But you don't
that doesn't
know
mean that they're a great person. That doesn't mean they're a great person.
And they may be a great person to a certain extent. You've never been behind certain doors with them.
Exactly. You just don't know, and it's just. Yeah. So, and believe people when they tell you these things.
Oh, yeah.
Because it's not easy to tell. It's not easy to talk about these things. Not at all.
It's easier to fix a lie than to you know what I'm trying to say. If something's not true, it's easier to deal with that than to deal with it happened and you ignored it. You know what I mean? So.
Yep. Absolutely. Ugh. So, I'm sure Greg and I will talk more about this among other things. Lots of fun today.
Oh yeah. As always.
We had to end on a little bit of a tough note, but it's a tremendously fun show today. Coming up, it is very important for us to talk about it. Coming up next, it is Middays. Everybody, have yourself a great Thursday.